Dragons are lost and trepidous adventurers gather around the fire, again contemplating the events of the last week, the gruesome battles facing the varying different creatures of unknown origin here within this god awful place known as the Ditches. Friends made, concerns gathered the longer you have been here in the Ditches, unsure of this being some kind of strange plane of hell, some limbo, some horrible, horrible afterlife you're unsure of. But what you know is that there is a possible way for escape. And after aiding the other dredgers here within the campsite, you manage to bolster their zeal, their hope. You've helped better prepare them for this upcoming conflict. Weapons forged by Abradus due to your assistance with gathering raw materials. Um, Better means of being able to actually get a solid night's sleep and to be able to restore oneself with the aid provided to Sesher. Deep mysteries unlocked, and even a possible name given to your original attacker that sent you here to this place, known as I don't know if you took that down in your notes, but um, the name
Something Sundrinker.
Casimir Sundrinker was brought to the attention
That's it.
of the professor during one last conversation with Doyenta in the night prior. You now all stare into the flickering and sparking firelight of the campfire here in the center of the campsite, processing all of these things, thinking of the day to come. You can feel the warmth kind of gently grazing across your face, providing a modicum of comfort here within this cold and dark place. The day's exhaustion slowly beginning to take all of you while you rest, sitting here, contemplating these events. And that's where we left off.
So, great talk. I feel very positive and motivated about this. We will definitely break free. But, definitely think, it's time to get some rest before the battle ahead.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I feel pretty optimistic.
It's time to get out of here.
We're gonna
All
fuck some
right.
shit up.
Exactly. The dragons, we call ourselves now, are gonna free these people and ourselves from this dump.
I'm dragging these.
I don't get it.
These
Dragging
what?
these nuts.
Oh!
Gabriel just stares expressionless as you all chuckle. I still don't get it.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, all right then.
You know, yeah.
Best
So-
get a good night's sleep.
Off to bed,
And
most definitely.
yep, and Gabriel heads off to the small little barrack space to try to get some sleep. Let's see. Beautiful. And from what I'm sensing, the consensus is everyone is doing the same. Everybody starts to head off
Yes.
to the barracks. All right. Easily done.
Oh no, Gregor's on top of me. Oh, no.
Attack, sorry.
Beautiful. All right. And as you begin to doff your armor and lay your heads on the hard stone and makeshift clay and soil of these bed spaces, one by one, you all begin to shift and let unconsciousness take you. And due to the upgrade provided by Sesher and you procuring that um,
That moss stuff.
the mushrooms that kind of provide a light glow to this space further still. Um, you technically all uh, you all are able to recover 9 hit points for your long rest, and you're able to recover 2 hit dice. And then, of course, your spells are returned.
So 9 healing.
Nice. And 2 hit dice, you said?
And 2 hit dice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. Full up.
Hell
Go
yeah,
for us.
same here. So here, I'm gonna Bourgeois sheet. 9.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Everything's reset for Gabriel as well. Excellent. Eventually, after you all start to slip into unconsciousness, let's see. Gregor, you have a hard time slipping into unconsciousness this evening, but eventually, like the rest of your allies and friends here, slowly but surely, the darkness begins to slip and become an amorphous mist around you. Eventually, you find yourself waking up in your own homestead. You look around your room. If you'd be so kind, will you describe to us what your character sees when you wake up in your old bed back at home?
Just a bunch of kids' toys and like posters, and maybe games around.
What kind of posters? What do we see on the first poster?
Posters of for a superhero or something,
Okay.
fictional
Okay.
one.
We'll say perhaps a rampant. I'm trying to remember the name of your species.
From
A grung. You see a kind of famous grung sword fighter depicted, regally wearing, the finest of armors, a beautiful blade, unsheathed, outstretched, in combat with a vicious kind of serpent-like creature, laying a killing blow. And you kind of, sleuth the sleep from your eyes, that kind of natural build up in the corners of your eyes as you begin to stir and awaken. And your nostrils fill with the rich aromas of freshly prepared morning fly cakes. You know this to be your mother's specialty. Fresh, seemingly originating from the adjacent room.
delicious.
What do you do?
I get up and float towards the aroma.
All right, in very cartoonish fashion, you just floating on the smell lines, drifting up from underneath the wooden door. as the door almost kind of seemingly opens in the wake of your path. You can see your mother there in this kind of semicircular room that is the kind of kitchen space and dining area of your old homestead. Um, Almost kind of naturally formed and carved from this kind of hardened clay. Kind of almost has a kind of hobbit hole like feel to it. A number of different pots and pans hanging from all around the kind of circular formation, with a beautiful little circular window there with crossbars. And you see the familiar form of your mother currently hard at work at preparing a morning's breaking of fast. What do you do?
Hey mom. Hey mom, smells good. How's everything?
You you kind of I kind of imagine you kind of almost naturally come up to the central table as you're hopping in as you say that. Um, Plate already set, eating utensils already set. But as you say that, there's no response.
Mom? Yo, mom, what's
As
up? What's going on?
as you call out, you know, mom, mom, what's going on? There's a sudden clank as she drops whatever tools she's using there in front of her. And as she slowly shifts and turns towards you, you are not met with that glowing smile that she would greet you with every morning. Almost like staring in a mirror, you see the kind of decrepit and wrinkled, almost necrotically affected face, eyes gaunt, turning to face you as an arm
Oh,
suddenly outstretches towards you. You watch as the arm itself suddenly begins to crust over, almost encased in an icy shell, and as it reaches out, almost longingly for help, suddenly you watch as the arm begins to shatter and crumble to the ground before you. There is a blood curdling scream of pain. And as you are processing this scream, you are immediately overwhelmed with a sense of fear, a sense of guilt, and suddenly you shoot upright in your bed, back here in the ditches. You look over, you can see the professor and Arthur lazily kind of snoring heavily, seemingly unfazed by what you have just experienced and seen. It's probably been maybe 3, 4 hours since you all laid down. Tell me, what is Gregor feeling and thinking in this moment?
I'm just, I guess, really scared. Um, not knowing what's going on with myself and everybody. I think maybe I don't get good sleep, and I'm just worried about what's happened to me and what's going to happen to everybody down here.
Understandable. Um, I will say, give me a perception check as you kind of stir and awaken and you're having these thoughts.
Rolling. Rolls real slow. Let's see. 9.
So 9. You feel, again, looking at the two closest, colleagues and allies next to you, everyone's still asleep, unsure of whether or not the night will permit you to sleep again. You kind of leaning back, beads of sweat kind of dripping down, getting caught by the occasional bandage wrapped around your face and arms. Suddenly you hear a voice. Couldn't sleep, eh? and you look over and you can see Gabriel. They're currently
Oh,
seemingly lightly twinging and messing with his battle cross in his lap, kind of pinned and leaned up against the back of the wall as well. Um, Apparently, he also is having some trouble sleeping.
Yeah, just a bad dream.
Really? What does a creature such as yourself dream about?
My mom.
There's a hesitation with your forwardness to, kind of almost in an emotional capacity, the statement of your mom. And he actually give me an insight check. Jesus, who's moving their dice?
I
19. He is somewhat taken aback by that very clearly and still somewhat upset emotional statement of your mom. And for a moment, you see him continue to want to be somewhat pensive and almost tense with you. But with a 19, you see for a moment he seems to lax. What about your mother?
Uh, I haven't seen her in a long time. Uh, Last time we were together, she was in a lot of danger, and I really wasn't able to help her. And so I'm just kind of got some regrets and worries on how I'm going to get back to her and make sure everything's okay. It's just been a long time since I've been home.
With a 19 insight check, you see he kind of eyes you up and down for a moment, and there's almost a look of confusion. Like he expected one thing, and what he's seeing now is very different than his expectations. And possibly for the first time since being down here, you see him actually lax and turn to you as he sets his battle cross down on the makeshift cot. I'm sorry to hear that. I I know what it is to have family in trouble, and well, if all goes well tomorrow, perhaps we might be able to find our way back to our loved ones.
Yeah,
Keep the faith.
okay. Thank you.
But you look out for me, I'll look out for you. How about that?
Sure, yeah, makes sense.
Sounds like a deal. Now, try to get some sleep. We got a big day tomorrow.
Great.
He grabs his battle cross, setting it up kind of pinned against the wall between him and where he rests his head, shifts and turns, and closes his eyes. And what do you do?
I'll just try to go to get some more sleep because I need my energy for the next day.
Understood. So hesitantly, do what you can to try to shift into a state of comfort here. And slowly, unconsciousness takes you once again. Number of hours go by, and eventually, you all manage to get a modicum form of rest and stir what we can only assume to be the next morning. You all begin to awaken here within the barracks.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
I slept so good.
oh,
Probably the best I've slept since we've gotten here.
oh, my word. No lie about that. Oh,
I
haven't
don't
had this
sleep,
much sleep in.
you hear Gustav say from the corner of the bed, resting at the feet of Abradus, staring kind of towards you all.
Oh, well, interesting fact. But,
I miss sleep.
hey, you have a positive attitude. What? Yes, of course. You're a great ally amongst us all.
What
Whew.
are you talking about? Thank you, but I was just saying I miss sleep. It's so nice watching you all.
Oh, you
enjoy it.
miss sleep.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you right. I'm just waking up. But yeah, I bet you miss sleep.
Yeah, it's been a couple hundred years. Um,
Oof,
I miss dreams, really.
my word.
But
Oh, yeah.
it's all right. Today's the day. We all get out of here. As soon as
Most
Abradus,
certainly is.
wakes up here, as Gustav kind of clatters and shifts to turn towards Abradus, we'll start readying our packs, and we'll meet you as soon as you're all ready.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Beautiful. So
Oh, all right.
presumably you all begin to stir and awaken and redon your armor. Let's see. And as usual, kind of gather around the fire. Um, presumably, again, you guys are going to ration up. So if you guys have rations, mark those off. Unless you're just not eating today.
What meal? This is the most important meal of the day. Of course we're eating. At least Arthur is. Aha.
Beautiful.
So is Borjo.
All right. Excellent. So, is there any conversations wishing to be had or anything wishing to be done this fine morning?
Well, as we're all eating, maybe once we're done eating and preparing to leave, Arthur would probably, as he's eating, would try to think of a motivational speech before departing. So.
Okay, so you're quietly eating while thinking up this speech, from what I'm understanding.
Yeah. Yes.
So you're all gathered around this kind of makeshift wooden bakement table here within this space, potentially for the last time. Quiet seems to rest in the air as you all eat your rations.
Yeah, after a week of this, or several days, I'm kind of used to it, but I still don't like it.
Yeah, I'm definitely not used to this. As Gabriel rips off a very gamey piece of rations.
Yeah, it's a bit tough, but I mean, once you get past the texture, it kind of keeps a nice flavor going.
But when we get out of here, we celebrate with a really good quality meal somewhere together.
My word, exactly. A nice fine feast, clashing of ale. Oh, sounds glorious indeed.
I can only hope that is what truly happens, Doyenta says. Young girl, you must have faith. We've seen what these people are capable of. Abradus chimes in.
Yes.
Right.
Stronger the faith, the stronger the will. We will make it through. You have my word. And if everybody's done eating and as we're getting up, Arthur is gonna look at everybody and be like, so, comrades, brothers, friends, ditchers, we gather this day to depart this place. I know it's a task we've all been building up towards. It seems tough. It seems like there might be possibility of failure. But not this day. This day, we gather together as one, a force. We started out as a spark, and we will be the kindle to the flame. Like the rising dawn, we will break through this gate. This day, our shields, swords, spears, spells will clatter and clack and clash. And we will prevail. Keep the faith. Be strong. Together, we will ignite an inferno brighter than the rising dawn itself. Dredgers, dragons, let's do this. Husa!
Woo!
Indeed.
I don't know
Yeah,
about you, Nicodemus, but I'm inspired.
Yeah, Arthur clashes his spear against his shield, rises it high, and starts to proceed down the tunnels with everybody.
Beautiful. Yeah, you guys start to make your way through the barricade. You, with newfound determination and a want for victory, you start traveling. And you travel for about 2 hours or so until you come to a very familiar cutoff point, or not cutoff point, intersection. I'm going to say if we're going off of the usual marching order, which is Borgio and Arthur kind of up front, I'm going to have both of you give me perception checks as you guys approach this intersection.
Alrighty.
I have my my sword out with light, I guess.
Okay.
What is it? Wink and nozzle. I don't have my sheet in front of me. I think it's wink and nozzle.
So, 14 for Borgio and a 17 for Arthur.
What are we rolling again?
Oh, just them two.
Perception
okay.
checks for Borgio and for Arthur. And
Arwen did say he casted light, right?
he has his light, yeah.
Well, yeah, I
Okay.
told you that no more. You don't need torches because I have the sword. So
Excellent.
that's why I'm staying in the middle so the light doesn't goes from it.
And Borgio has dark vision anyway now. Aha.
Correct. And as you guys start to approach this intersection, you can see further off before the tunnel begins to shift what appears to be a kind of padding set of mud zombies that are moving right around this corner here. So far, None have taken notice of your party, as of course you guys have traveled through here a number of times now already. Um, I need a group stealth check from everybody if you guys are trying to move past them without being discovered.
I have disadvantage on stealth.
Electronic rolls. Okay.
Yes, electronic
Let me see
rolls.
here. Uno momento.
Oh no.
Oh, not bad.
Fart Noggle. And that turns off the thing. Stealth roll.
Damn. With disadvantage, Gabriel got a 21.
Wow.
So
I
we've
managed to
got.
get a 13 with disadvantage. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
You got
13. You have
10 from
disadvantage on stealth
Arthur.
rolls?
Arthur,
Because
yeah.
of my armor.
Oh, okay.
Heavy armor, baby.
And then Doyenta needs to make a roll as well.
Where's your what did you roll? 12.
And she's got a. What does she have?
Pass her that trace. Oh,
She's got a
thanks.
plus 3.
Oh.
So far we have an 8, a 10, a 26, a 12, a 13, a 6.
Jeez. The rogue.
It's all over the place.
You can tell which one's the rogue.
Right.
Yep.
So calculator. Oh, and a Braden
Yeah, that
needs to make
fucking
a roll
plus 7.
too.
Let's see what I would have. Oh,
And a Braden's
Yeah.
rolled.
real dice. Got
That's gonna bring our average up at least.
Hopefully.
Lord.
So, come on, start working. There we go. Abradus, yeah, he's got a plus 0. So, so I look at all the rolls again. Pull up my calculator. So we have 8 plus 10 plus 12 plus 13 plus 6. I think that's everybody. And the entire party is basically 8 people, so divide by 8. Oof, that can't be right. I feel like I'm missing a number. Do you guys really roll that
Yeah,
low
you
on
forgot.
average?
Did you
You
get my
forgot.
26?
26. Yeah.
I don't think I did, but 26 plus 8 plus 10 plus 10 plus
What about?
12 plus 13.
Did you get Gabriel's roll?
Gabriel's roll. I did roll it, but for some reason I'm not seeing it in the chat. So he had a 21, if I remember correctly. Plus 21 divided by 8.
And Doyenta.
I have Doyentas in there. And
Okay.
with a passive
Abradus?
perception for the mud zombies.
God, mud zombies.
Let me see in my book here. Mud zombies. Have a passive perception. Yep, with a 12.5, you guys managed to very quietly and nonchalantly
Nice.
make it around this corner and start heading further still.
I think we barely made that.
I knew that 26 would help us.
Oh yeah. And you guys press on again for another about 3.5 hours before you finally start to approach the makeshift barricades that separate you and the watch post. You guys gently and carefully make your way through here, And as you all step in through the watch post and start to make your way around, you do see here in this corner a kind of makeshift skeletal figure standing there, kind of almost dumbishly, kind of just like walking into the wall and then staggering back, and then walking into the wall and then staggering back. I'm
That
going.
wasn't there before, though, right?
That is correct. So,
Okay.
as you've seen, places that you have already visited are capable of having creatures kind of almost respawn or come up through the soil here. So, I will need another group stealth check as you guys attempt to try to make past it if you're not trying to encounter it or if you're trying to avoid it.
I mean, we might as well try to avoid it.
So, oof.
Good.
Only a 14 with that +7.
Doyenta got a natural 1. Abradis got a
Be
12.
sneezed.
I got a 5.
Oh no.
Yeah, it sees us. It's got to.
I accidentally rolled twice for Borgio, I think. But yeah, he got a 17 on the first roll. And Arthur got a 12.
Okay, so Abradis, so 1 plus a 12 plus Jesus. 1 plus 12 plus 12 plus 5 plus 17 plus 8
14.
plus 14, and then Gabriel had a plus 16. Feel like I'm missing one person's roll.
That with your Gabriel, if you did, you went around the list. I watched you. You got. I think you got all 8.
All right, so divided by 8, 10.625. And for the skeleton,
We didn't get a good one.
let me double check. Skeleton 5e. For its passive perception. Where's its passive perception? Ah, yes, with a passive perception of 9. And a group roll of 10.625.
Wow.
You just,
Barely.
Wow.
It's too busy
dang.
running into the wall.
you guys are just kind of nonchalantly staring at this creature, constantly bouncing back and forth into the wall. You all managed to sneak by around this corner, and after about another 20-30 minutes or so, begin to approach the familiar sight of the lip of the chamber that carries the ditch gate.
I just
Oh,
think
you're
about
supposed to
Idiocracy with the floor cleaning robot bouncing back and forth. Your floor is now clean. Your floor is now clean.
Pretty much, yeah. And give me just a second here. You guys are still stealthing, but based off of your previous stealth, which I'm going to keep into consideration for as you guys are kind of approaching into this chamber.
Let us roll again.
No, but it's kind of a good thing because Sesher luckily did not roll a high perception, but high enough to take notice of Arthur and Barjot as you guys approach the lip, as you're all kind of Scooby-Dooing around the kind of circular edges as the tunnel kind of begins to open into this wide space. Suddenly, Arthur, you hear kind of in the back of your mind, "Good, you've arrived. We are in position, as agreed. Some of us are a little bit rougher than expected, but we managed to make it here in one piece." I believe that's 25 words.
That's it. Aye. It's great. to hear you too. Glad that you made it safe. We got this. We are prepared for freedom. What say you?
5 more.
Oh. Today is the day.
That's
Yeah.
it.
You hear a response in your mind again. We are as ready as we have ever been. Limnor is anxious, but we will act and follow your guidance. Let us have victory this day. And you start to go ahead and give me a perception check, both Arthur and Bourgeois, since you guys are kind of in front of everybody.
Gotcha.
I think we'll be
That's
good as
a
long as the
7
enemies
for
only attack
Borjo.
NPCs.
Right now, there's only 2 NPCs on ground level with you guys.
Nice. So this is
So
7 for Borjo and 6 for Arthur.
you're looking around. I mean, you're trying to catch a view of Karagnir and the rest of the gang up there, but they seem to be relatively flushed with the ground. Like they're all kind of lying prone, looking over the ledge. You get a vibe for like the direction they're from. You know where that overlook is, but their stealth game is on point compared to your perception right now.
Compared to our stealth
All right.
game.
Yeah, yeah. That
Arthur
true
looks
as
over
well.
to Arthur looks over to Borjo and then back to the rest of the group. The others have made it here, and they are definitely well hidden. I think we are definitely Team A, the battery, and they will definitely be the surprising ones in this endeavor.
All right.
As I say that to Borjo and the rest of the group.
Right. Let's do this, Borjo says as he starts to walk in.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Borjo.
4.
So,
I'd like to hide behind Gabriel
Okay.
as he goes forwards.
do I need to respond back to oh shit, what's
You don't need to
was
do
it that
anything.
okay.
Is that true?
Okay.
They just said they're ready and they're ready to
So,
follow
yeah.
your lead.
So yeah,
Do-
Arthur
we
and
have a-
Borjo will head out there.
Yeah, Borjo's already started to head out.
Okay, so
He's not, he's ready to get the fuck out of here.
Oh.
He's tired of all this stealthing.
5,
So
10,
Borjo makes it. He seems to be looking around anxiously,
5.
waiting for anybody else because you guys have control to move
Okay.
in. I will
Yeah.
stress if Gabriel probably makes it about right here. So if you're trying to stay hand in hand with Gabriel, he's probably about I'd
Just
say
for now.
right
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Doyenta kind of nervously hugging in along the wall over here, trying to just take in the chamber and the room. Abradis
Actually,
having his greatsword kind of drawn, his backpack with Gustav kind of resting on his shoulder.
Mounted. Yeah.
Dees and
Great.
Gregor, what are you doing?
I reckon let's go in.
I mean,
Maybe
we've
take
already gone
a-
in.
Well, we're on the map. We're not in there yet.
I know. I need to know.
I would take like a central location, inside everyone else.
Are we talking here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you make it
You
about
move
that
your
far.
own character.
Yep. And Gregor, are you like just trying to enter into the chamber? Or are you trying to stick with the professor?
I stick with
Gregor is
Professor.
muted.
Yeah, he muted. He
Okay.
company.
I'm assuming he's probably shoulder to shoulder with the professor at this point, since we don't have him here to confirm. And it's actually as everybody's starting to walk in, everybody's starting to kind of. You can see Bourgeot and Gabriel kind of stepping forward, looking at this massive, massive gate here at the furthest end of the chamber. And as the professor and Gregor, take their initial steps into the chamber, make it about 15, 20 feet in, the kind of echoed clatter of footfalls being replaced by a semi squish sound as you step on this kind of almost gore and mud filled chamber. Suddenly, there is a rumble filling this entire space. You see the ground itself begins to shake and rise as we see a number of different figures begin to
Oh God.
manifest and
Wait,
rise from the ground.
No, not near us.
Yes! Haha!
Aw.
She at? That one's big. They're all big.
All right. And
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. And with that being said, let us all go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh,
Again! Oh!
I have encounters
Nice.
pulled up. Oh, hold on. Before you roll, let me reopen that.
Oh, sorry.
All's good. What was your first roll?
I rolled an 18.
18. All right. All right. I have Arthur in
Ooh,
there
I rolled
now.
high. 19 here.
Roll for Bourgeot for me, if you'd be so kind.
Yeah, I already did. He rolled a 8, and Arthur rolled a 10.
He rolled an 8. I already have 10
Yeah.
because that's why I said hold on the initiative roll, because it'll auto-populate if I have the encounter pulled up. The only one I'm missing is Gregort, but I will go ahead and roll for Breda. I will roll for everybody. Bradis, oof. 2. Karagnir.
Gregor goes before me.
Doyenta. Actually, no, 19. They're rolling high. Oof. Doyenta. Don't panic with the natural 1.
Oh, she's having a rough time.
7 for Limnor plus
You need to go support her. Jeez.
Coral.
She needs
That's
support.
what I was thinking.
9 plus 2, 11. Sesher. 13. Yezhin. Okay, plus 6. Alright. Oof, and Moment of Truth. That is 15. Alright, I think that's everybody's initiative roll. So, top of the round is Archimedes.
Wait. So,
You see this massive crawling grave shift and manifest and take form behind you. In essence, from left to right, it's crawling grave A, B, and C.
is a crawling grave undead?
You don't know. You assume.
I have no clue. Fuck it. Let's try the turn undead channel divinity.
Alright. So they need to make a
I forgot how
wisdom
to
saving
mark
throw?
that off. Does that count as a spell thing?
No, but it is a disposable, economy for you. basically you would go to features and traits, I think, and then you would go to turn undead or channel divinity.
Ah, there we go. Yeah. So I'm gonna mark it off.
So yeah, should be checked.
All right.
So each one of them need to make a wisdom saving throw. Is that correct?
Yeah, DC 13.
Is it all creatures within what range?
Each undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet.
Well, the one next to you is definitely within that range.
That's what I'm going for. Yeah, the one that's on me.
The other two are like 54 and 80 feet away, give or take.
80.
So, yeah.
So, beautiful. So, wisdom saving throw on the one closest to you. Wisdom. All right. That is a 19.
All right then. Let's go for a bonus action. I don't think I can really do anything.
For Archimedes, under actions and then the bonus action tab, you have healing word, you have harness divine power,
that just regains a spell slot.
Yeah, and you've technically already used that because it says you use your channel divinity
to use it.
And I think turn undead is also a channel divinity too, right?
It is.
Oh yeah, so
you would be able to use that. So yeah, the only other thing is if you're not wearing your shield in hand and you have a dagger in your offhand, you could make an offhand attack.
No, I'm definitely shielded.
Okay. I don't know if there's anything else based off of the other stuff you got going on with your character that has bonus action capabilities.
No, I don't think so.
I sent you all the screenshots for that, so.
Oh yeah, there's all that crazy stuff. Oh, it says no longer available. Fuck.
No longer available.
I had all the tabs still there in my browser, and it says this content is no longer available.
Okay. Alright, so let me pull up the chapter 10 of the Atharis book. I think it's chapter 10 or it's chapter 3. Curses, Transformation, chapter 5. So at level 1, the bonus action options you have, and I guess I can zoom out and take pictures of it so you have it again. You should have it in your direct messages.
That's what I was looking for. I don't see them. I think you might have sent them in the main chat or something.
Should have been direct message, but there's page 1.
Was this in December?
And technically, you are only level 1 of this, so I'm only going to send the level 1.
Oh yeah, I found them. They were from December. Jeez, a long time ago.
Okay. And technically, I do need you to roll a D100 for today.
Oh, okay.
For your instability.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's
47.
Everyday thing?
Crazy cleric. Meth head cleric shit.
Fuck. Your body begins fighting against any form you take. You cannot make reactions.
Okay.
Ouch.
Ooh.
I'm going to send you that as well, because you do that every time you do a long rest. Now, technically, because this is associated with kind of intermingling with your class, one thing I will allow you to do. Why do you have a spell slot burned?
Do I? No, I don't.
Yeah. Maybe I need to refresh.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. So, one thing I will allow you to do at these, especially at these early levels, when an instability occurs that you're unhappy with, once a day, you may burn a spell slot to channel the arcane energies that flow through you from your domain to have a re-roll and then take your choice of the rolls on that instability table.
I haven't really done reactions so much, so I think I'm okay with it.
Okay, attack of opportunity is a reaction, so do be aware of that.
Yeah. Can I do my Chitness Shell? It says I can do it as a bonus action.
Then yes, you have a bonus action left on this turn, so 100%, if you can do that as a bonus action. Don't forget, you also have that other sweet ability, I think, as a bonus action as well, the whole limbs thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the Eldritch Limbs. I like the Chitness Shell.
Yeah, I mean, it's
hardens
fun.
me.
Yeah. So will you describe to the players here, as this creature manifests behind you, you raise your holy symbol, we start to hear these unfathomable words and lights protruding from your form as you hold up this sacred symbol. It doesn't seem to take effect. You start to react, and suddenly what do we see as you tap into other aspects of this connection with your domain?
Kind of hear like cracking kind of sounds, and kind of looks like almost like when you see someone turn into a werewolf. Kind of shell growing all around me.
Does your skin like peel off and the shell comes out of it? Like that kind of transformation?
Yeah, like it kind of looks like it emerges out of like cuts or cracks in my skin.
Oh, dude.
And what is the pigment or color of this chitinous shell that starts to manifest and harden as you?
It's like an orangish red.
Okay. Cool.
Like a crab.
Okay. Excellent. And we see this kind of almost Mr. Hyde-like shape of form of shell kind of stretching out, your jacket being almost a little too small for this form that you take. But while active, you have an additional 2 points to your AC.
I sure do.
However, do be aware, this reduces your speed by 10
1
feet.
minute. Okay.
And it lasts for 10 rounds. Exactly.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So that is your full battle economy unless you're trying to move.
Nope, I'm good.
All right. And presumably you turn to face the creature.
I do, yes.
Yeah. Excellent. So that's going to end the professor's turn. Next in the order is Caragnir. Caragnir. Oh, come on, D&D Beyond. I hate that. Every time I try to change the stat block. Caragnir, already having cast Mage Armor on himself, sees these creatures pulling themselves up. They see you try to shunt this creature away with your holy symbol. Caragnir quickly steps upright, moves about 10 feet over to the furthest edge of the lip here, and based off of the distance, it looks like Caragnir is roughly 30 feet away from this creature that you are engaged with. Just barely. Okay, so yeah, since it is within 30 feet of Caragnir, and I'm going to say technically it is about 20 feet elevated up. So Doyenta, is not directly in the line per se that he would be aiming with. So,
Okay.
Gregor, as you're kind of looking over to Doyenta, beginning to kind of almost coddle in fear from the sudden manifestation of these massive creatures, you hear this sudden shouting and chanting originating from your right. You look up to your left, suddenly standing up, running over, almost like a bipedal, reptilian man. This dragonborn creature, Karagnir, rushes over. You start to watch this clattering and bright, kind of almost bluish and reddish light, statically flickering off the toothy jowls of this dragonborn creature as suddenly she unleashes, because I believe Kragnir is a woman actually, unleashes a bout of lightning as she uses her lightning breath. And since it is technically, she is not trying to hit Doyenta will not have to make this save. However, the creature does have to try to give a DC 10 dexterity saving throw. So,
Come on, baby.
dexterity saving throw, DC 10. That is a 7. So, yeah, she actually does get to do full damage. So that is for Karagnir. Oh, fuck you, D&D Beyond. I almost want to open up a separate page for each one of these stat blocks. Does 2d6 lightning damage.
Ooh.
So that is 8 points of lightning damage to the crawling grave, and no resistances, so 8 points. So that was 10 feet of her movement, her action, and for her bonus action, fuck you, D&D Beyond. For her bonus action, Karagnir points towards a particular segment of this kind of clustered bout of gore and flesh and mud that makes this crawling grave. And as she kind of points towards it, all creatures within 60 feet of her that can hear her gain advantage on attack rolls against a creature of her choice that she can see for the next 1 minute. So she shouts out and she points out at this kind of larger gash that seems to be a opening to some kind of fleshy tissue beneath the mass on this creature. So I will go ahead and mark that as well on the creature. That let's see.
That's Kragnir, right?
Kragnir pointed that out. So we're going to put this as the marker that you guys have advantage for the next minute on this creature. She can only use it on one creature at a time, though. So everybody within 60 feet of her that can hear her, which I believe is everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Right.
Good.
All right. So, with that being said,
You say that's advantage for 1 minute, right?
advantage for 1 minute.
All attacks.
Against this.
But only on the creature that's next to me. Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, okay, that one. Gotcha.
And so that's going to end Kragnir's turn. That's her full battle economy. Next in the order is Crawling Grave A. Crawling Grave A. I do have to read this real quick.
Real quick, Aaron. Is everybody at? Where are you in the initiative order, number wise?
Where I am?
Yes. Where you are. Whose turn? The Crawling Grave's turn? Like what number are we on?
This is number 3. This
That's
is the third
three.
person's turn. There's a lot of...
Yeah, but what number is it? Number 19, number
Well, look at the
18,
initiative
number
roll.
17, number 16. What order are we in here? Because I rolled an 18 for my initiative, and
I know.
I was right after D's. Okay. I just didn't know that we all rolled together.
Yes, we all rolled together. I tracked everyone's initiative after all the creatures, because their turns are starting right now. It is your turn. So just out of a process of elimination, that would tell you they rolled higher than 18.
I just didn't want to make sure I got skipped because I thought I was going to be after D's because
No.
I rolled an
promise
18.
You did not get
Nope, we're
skipped. I
good.
promise.
Totally fine.
All right.
Totally fine.
Oh man, intensity.
Sorry, I need to read this real quick. Okay. So, with that being said, first crawling grave is going to make 2 slam attacks. One against the professor, one against Gregor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure with a 2+ shit that does not hit you, Professor.
My AC is 20.
That is a 14 to hit on Gregor.
I'll shield.
Okay.
Damn.
Throw up your hands. Bounces off this arcane shield of this kind of putrid, necrotic green-like energy. Crawling grave B. Will shift and turn, facing towards Arthur and Gabriel, and we'll take 2 slam attacks. One against Arthur, one against Gabriel. First one against Arthur. That is a 17 plus 5. That's 22.
Yeah, does not hit. No, that hits.
Okay, that is 2. That is 13 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need you to give me a strength or dexterity saving throw, your choice.
Alright. Saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
I like a big
That is a
pastry you're eating.
17. Me? Yes, I did.
Pizza. Oh, yum.
Mm-hmm. What'd you get?
17. Strength save.
That succeeds. And then tries to swing at Gabriel. That is a 14. I don't think that breaks his armor class. Nope. So that is that one. Yeah. This is about to happen. Suddenly, this one over here on the right starts to drift and seep down into the very ground itself where it rose. Suddenly there's another bout of shaking as it remanifests, growing up out of the ground here.
I knew it.
Oh no.
And then takes
I'm not even there. I know where it is. Oh.
Them bastards.
takes a sweep at Bradus and Borjo. So
Alright. Come on, Borjo.
Remember, this is C, this is B, this is A. Alright, beautiful. So
ABC.
C is going to take its first swing at Borjo. That is a 19 plus 5. I'm pretty sure that hits Borjo.
It hits. He's like, bring it.
Plus 8. Ooh, that's 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hoo-wee.
And takes his second slam attack against Abradus. Ugh, that is a Dirty 20. I'm pretty sure that hits Bradus, but let me check. Bradus all the way down here. Yep, that hits Bradus, so he takes 2 plus 8 plus 3. That's 10. No, 13 points of bludgeoning damage on Bradus. As he is suddenly smacked, trying to block with his great sword. That is going to be the 3 creatures' turns. It is now Aron's turn.
Yeah. Okay. Shit. I'm like in the middle of it all. What do I do? What do I do?
Choice.
You got this, man.
What would Arn do in this moment?
I mean, you have advantage on the one that's next to me on the left.
Yeah, I would be thinking that he would have turned that way, and he'd be facing that way. So I'm going to look at the one that's got the advantage on it, and my eye flares that the bright orange light, and it's
Needs to
Has
make
to
what
make
kind of save?
Frenzied flame.
What kind of save?
charisma saving throw,
Okay.
I believe.
Charisma saving throw.
Where's my features?
Oh, that is a 7.
No, you fail.
No.
You have to be a 12. So it's marked with my eye. So now, how far away am I? Give me the ruler.
Not close enough
We
to
gotta get close.
not close enough to melee, but you can certainly shoot it.
Yeah, I'm gonna move my full 20. I'm gonna move like 20 feet to here. So let's turn off this thing. 5, 10, 15, 20. Is that 20? 20, 25. I'm gonna say right there. And I'm gonna give it a good old shoot him between the eyes. They have eyes or something. It has like a central like headish kind of thing, right?
Not really. It's just an amalgamation.
Not really?
Yeah. It's just varying
Okay, well
different
then-
body
Pile of
parts, and
corpses.
heads and skulls and all kinds of stuff.
Well, then I'm just gonna give it a good old shot somewhere like where I would think it's head.
Well, it's
or
got
eyes
some.
would be.
It's got some sort of crack in it or something that's
There is
weak.
kind of a split or crack where you can kind of see like what almost looks like an underflesh. That's why
Okay,
you have
that's what
advantage on it. That's what Kragner.
That's
pointed
what I'm
out.
going for. That's what I'm going for then.
All right.
Let me give you a attack roll with advantage with my short bow.
You growing your hair out, Aaron?
Yeah.
I was like, I see it on your shoulder. I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Word up, dude.
15 to hit.
15 hits.
Okay. Let's roll some damage. Not very great. 10 piercing damage.
10 points of damage.
Did you
Nice.
sneak attack? Or did you already do sneak attack?
I did sneak attack. Sneak attack was horrible.
Yeah.
That was the bad
It
one.
was like 3 points.
Really
Yeah.
bad one.
Um.
Hey,
That was my action,
Other than
bonus
that-
action, and movement.
Mhm.
That's the end of my turn.
Tracking. Yezhin following suit, sitting atop the overlook, currently mounting what appears to be a relatively large crossbow that he's set up. He's kind of following you in your wake, trying to aim. He also heard Karagnir's claims of this spot being a weakness point of some sort. He is going to. Let's see, going back to the notes here. For his weapon, if this stuff is met, he can do 2d10 piercing potentially with this crossbow. And he has advantage.
Yeah!
So,
Sorry.
he shifts and turns. We're going to say he gets a +5. No, he gets a +4 plus advantage. So, already hits with the first one, and dirty 20 on the second one. So, absolutely hits. as he releases a bolt almost twice the size of an average bolt being unleashed by this crossbow. Um,
Noise.
rolled really shitty on the first one. Oh my god! He rolled 2 1s.
No.
Not for damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey man, he's still making adjustments to his new creation.
So he does 4 points of damage.
Come on, Yejin, my buddy.
He quickly, he's like, fuck! Ugh. It just barely skims across the creature as he quickly and panically, using his bonus action, reloads the crossbow, and that's going to end Yejin's turn. Next in the order is Sesher. Sesher. Oh, Jesus. Sesher is going to run forward and let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is as far as he can get. And then measuring Sesher, 30 feet there. So only close enough to really hit the middle one. Cannot roll with advantage, but as Sesher runs forward, for the first time, pretty much in this entire time that you guys have known Sesher, as he's running, or they are running forward, you watch as the hood starts to fly back off of their head, and you see what appears to be almost like that of a mannequin, wooden-like face, devoid of any solid features, smooth and sleek, and arms outstretched and raised as they run forward. Again, those same kind of naturally almost puppet-like wooden fingers unfurling above their head. You see a kind of white and bluish flame begin to manifest about half a foot above their hand as they hurl it forward, casting Produce Flame. That is going to be... they roll with a +4. This is not with advantage. That is a 19 to hit. So that is... What is a Produce Flame is a 1d8, if I remember correctly.
It's not
Yes.
much, but yeah. Same as Firebolt, I believe.
No, Firebolt does 1d10.
No, Firebolt's 1d10.
D10, that's right.
Yeah, but
Produce Flame is 1d8.
it's a little bit weaker. But it's I'm gonna say this is Produce Flame is probably an intelligence thing, so they get a +1. So they do 7 points of damage, fire damage to Crawling Grave B. Or no, that's C, isn't it? In the middle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's C.
right, and
That's
that's Sesher's action and bonus action. So it is now Coral's turn. Coral, looking over to Limnor as kind of whistles to Coral to provide aid. Coral leaps and kind of starts almost going into a run down the 20-foot wall. I'm going to say that's kind of, it is sort of difficult terrain, but it's difficult terrain because it's super sleek. Because she's running down, she's not Park Goat. I'm gonna say
Don't you like Torrent?
10 feet of movement, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So she goes into a full-on slide and run, trying to jump at the back of this creature here, because she's got, I think, 40 feet of movement for her movement.
Wow.
So, and then for Coral's attack, she's just going to try to bite on B. So that is a 12 to hit. As she chomps, the creature kind of lightly jiggles and shifts out of the way, managing to avoid her piercing bite. That is her full action and bonus action. Coral has advantage on attack rolls. Actually, no, she has advantage with her pack tactics. Oh no! Wait, no. It's only if her ally is within 5 feet of her, not of the creature. So no, that misses.
Oh,
Next in the order is Arthur.
Oh shit. Okay. With Coral there right now, does that make any attacks advantage or no?
I would say
I'm
you
just
guys
curious.
are kind of flanking.
Okay. Well,
You would have to move 5 feet
either way,
forward,
Arthur.
but yeah.
Either way, Arthur doesn't really fully see that yet. So, bonus action. He's like, for the hearth. As he vows his voice of enmity. So I'm burning that as a bonus action. So I gain advantage on all attacks against this creature for 1 minute.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna thrust my spear into this creature.
We're going to mark that with a flag for your vow of enmity.
Yes.
And so you move 5 feet forward and then strike it.
Yes, sir.
All right. And go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Right. Attack roll. Advantage. Come on, baby. What did I get? 17.
17 does hit.
Sweet. So that's going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
All right. 8 points of piercing damage. Nice.
Yeah. So he thrusts that spear back, and as he pivots it back out, he has his shield up, spear above it, Spartan style, and that ends Arthur's turn.
All right.
Because that's bonus action, and I'm not. And yeah.
Tracking. Next in the order is Gabriel. Gabriel will. Okay.
He's probably got tons of options.
Gabriel is going to use. What is the range on that? 30 feet? This might be more beneficial. I don't know. No. Yeah, you watch as he whips out his battle cross whip. As the chain unfurls, he starts whispering a series of words, and you watch as the chain begins to illuminate and spread with this holy light. As he casts Divine Favor with his bonus action. And
yeah, buddy.
That's going to allow him to do an additional 1d4 of radiant damage on hit. And then for his action, he is going to strike at creature B that you guys are currently engaged with advantage because he is flanking with Coral. 17, or come on, natural point. No, that's 2 17s. But I'm pretty sure that hits. And I'll just roll for damage on the actions here. So you can all see. He does 9 points plus Divine Favor. 13 points of damage.
Nice!
As his first whip cracks on B. 13. And then he is going to action surge. And go to features and trades. Action surge to use that. And then he's going to take another attack with advantage. That is a 22 to hit. That absolutely hits. So he's going to use his battle cross, doing 8 points of damage plus 1, so he does an additional 9 points of damage on B. Excellent. So that is his action, bonus action, and he's going to hold his ground, so that's going to end his turn. Gregor, you are up.
Okay, with my shield from last turn fading, I'm feeling pretty vulnerable and intimidated by these giant creatures. I'm going to disengage,
Action
and I just want
disengage.
to
Okay.
yes, and I just want to like lean forward and jump as like behind. How do I ping this? Like over there, like behind RN and next to that's a dragonborn, right?
Correct, but there's a whole ledge like that's about 20, 25 feet up from there.
Okay, yeah,
So,
I'm below him. Yeah,
Draken.
and then that is my turn.
All right.
Smart.
No bonus actions. You want to go behind him? This is
Section.
behind Arin.
Quicken spell.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, what's the? I'm trying to find it in feet.
I don't know if that was one of the sorcery things he took, but
Yeah, well, I have the bad luck arm. Yeah, it's a bonus action.
yeah, but
Yeah, I guess.
you do have a thing as a sorcerer if you take it that allows you to quicken a spell for a sorcery point or 2 sorcery points, something like that, to where you can turn
Oh, I guess
an action cantrip into a bonus action.
yeah, the quickening. Yes, I could because I just disengaged. I didn't cast a spell.
Nope.
I don't really have. No, I will use my bad luck charm on as a bonus action on number C.
Alright, so bad luck charm.
Let me see what that does again.
So you have mastered the ability to temporarily cast a small fragment of your curse onto another. You can use a bonus action to choose a creature you can see within 30 feet. The chosen creature has disadvantage on the next ability check, attack roll, or saving throw it makes. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest, unless you spend 1 sorcery point to spend it again. So, which one are you throwing this curse on?
The one in the middle of them all teleported.
Okay, so the C. All right, and so for bad luck, we're gonna use the skull and crossbone. All right,
And then that's my turn.
beautiful, excellent. So next in the order is Limnor. Limnor jumps and starts sliding down the wall, seeing Coral running in. So 5 drops down 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's gonna try to get to there. Fighting at Coral's side as far as she can move. Limnor will then, using pack tactics, gain advantage on the attack one, and she's also technically flanking with you guys, but she's going to pull out her short swords, trying to slide through the muck and just slide with 2 fell swings. Technically it's 1 attack, but for flavor, she's running up with both sliding and attacking there. That is a 15 to hit, which I think does hit their armor class. So it's 1d6 plus 2 points of damage. Fuck! We rolled a 1. So 3 points of damage to B. Wasn't there another thing that they get? Like if Coral and her are together? Coordinated Rend. If both Coral and Limnor make a successful melee attack on the same creature in a single round. No, technically Coral did not hit last time. So that's going to be Limnor's turn. Next in the order is Bourgeot.
Alright, Bourgeot.
What
After taking that whip, he jerks around, rages, and that activates his wild magic surge.
Alright, so roll a d8 for me.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, let's see what happens. Come on, baby. Or, let's see what it does on the surge table here. 4. Magic infuses 1 weapon of your choice that you are holding until your rage ends. The weapon's damage type changes to force damage, and it gains the light and thrown properties. with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet. If the weapon leaves your hand, the weapon reappears in your hand at the end
Cool.
of the current turn.
So temporary
yeah.
Eldritch Knight
That might
ability.
Yeah,
And
that
add
might be pretty handy
force
for this encounter.
Yeah. So as long as he maintains his rage, he can do that. So being rage and fueled, his short sword that he has, or
he's got a long
what is
sword.
it in his hand? Yeah, the long sword in his hand. You just see like this whoosh up on the blade, and as he flings it up to slash it across the enemy, there's like a pulse. Well, let's see if it hits.
All right, so he takes what 5 feet forward to attack C.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
And he's two hands. He's gripping it 2 hands.
I assume, yeah.
So, and there's no advantage on this one, right? Okay, yeah,
No, he's not really flanked per se.
Okay. Could he use his movement to get flanking on it?
Nobody else is technically directly within 5 feet of that creature.
Gotcha. Okay, I see that. So either way, slash. Oh man, 9.
A 9 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Just kind of woof.
It kind of moves its amorphous form, just barely shifting out of the way as it clinks into the kind of goopy surface of the ground. That is his action and bonus action. We still have 20 feet of movement.
Sweet. In that case, he's gonna. After he kind of whiffs by the creature, he gains his footing, and he's gonna end up right here on this side.
All right.
Regaining his foot. Oh. Gotta work on arm day.
Fuck. The bars are starting to get like right here, right?
Yeah.
Tracking. Alright. Beautiful. Solid. And next in the order is Doyenta. Doyenta still somewhat afraid, being kind of shouted at by Karagnir from above. She draws her rapier from her hilt and nervously turns towards the creature here, raises her rapier on high, and goes to try to strike twice.
Wow.
Very nervously. Let's see if that works. Now, granted, I think she has advantage on this creature. Oof, good thing too, because she rolled a 1 and then a 2 for her first attack. I'm changing dice.
Yep,
and,
dice jail.
Goes for her second swing.
The dice.
Oh my god, it was a 2 again. And
You're
16.
cursed.
She got a 21 for her second attack. So that is 1d8 plus 3. 10 points of damage on Crawling Grave A.
Hey, there we go.
She strikes into it, and there's a surprised look that stretches across her face as she actually makes contact. The creature roars out, kind of whipping its tentacles wildly. Tentacle, carapace, arm, insect-looking things made of bone and muck. That is going to be Doyenta's turn. Next is Abradus. Fuck you, D&D Beyond. I don't know why it crashes every time I switch character stat blocks in the encounter. It's really annoying. I'm going to say words of encouragement. Bonus action Abradus. He is going to shout, "Good work, Borjo! Keep giving it your all!" as he starts to charge forward. What that means is that
there goes Goose.
you... Actually, no, fuck. He can only do it to an ally within 10 feet. Oh, no, that's Gustav. I didn't mean to move, Gustav.
Gustav, you got this!
Back over here, Gustav. Actually, I think Abradis is going to take the backpack off and put it in the corner here. So Gustav can cheer from the sidelines. Abradis moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. Trying to slide along its side and to get within range to use his actual ability. Come on, these fucking hitboxes. There we go. Slides here, shouting those words of encouragement to Bourgeot. Bourgeot gains 1d6 temporary hit points.
Oh,
So
right.
He gains 3 temporary hit points with his words of encouragement as he goes in to try to swing his greatsword, coming to a sliding slash. I'm not as young as I used to be. That is
Virgil's like, Dukes!
a dirty 20, or no, 19 to hit. So that hits. That's 2d6s. 7 plus 2, 9 points of slashing damage on C.
Whoop, whoop.
Alright, then that's going to end Abradis' turn. Bringing us back to the top of the round. Archimedes,
What?
you are up.
Gustav?
There's so much going on here, guys.
Alright, so
Just teasing.
let's see, what can I do to this thing?
You gotta impress your girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's showing you up. She's already got 10 damage up on you.
She looks
Show
at
her
you
your
and
turtle shell.
I tried to make this thing run away, but it didn't work.
She looks at you as she gets her strike, and as she looks over, she just sees this kind of crustacean-like shell of a face covered in this carapace.
Oh no! He doesn't want to date
I'm
you
not
anymore.
pretty anymore.
He's a monster!
I'm gonna do a guiding bolt on.
Are you sure?
Why? What's wrong with guiding bolt?
That's
Nothing.
disadvantage.
Wait,
Range attack, baby.
you have the melee one, but the other two you can guiding bolt it for
Is
sure.
that because I'm too close to it or something?
Yeah. You can do Sacred Flame or something if you want, if you're that close, or just hit it with your
Guiding bolt
base.
the other one. It doesn't have to attack the one in melee range.
This is true.
True, but I want to attack that one because I have advantage.
If you have
okay, so-
a melee spell attack,
I mean, it is in your face.
a melee spell attack would have advantage because
Oh, only melee. Okay.
well,
So
not
guiding bolt
not
doesn't
only
like-
melee, but because of how close you are. If you're within 10 feet of a creature, ranged attacks have disadvantage.
I see.
Do you have inflict wounds?
See, guiding bolt
Or
already
anything like
gives-
that?
No.
Guiding bolt gives the next person advantage. So
That's why I wanted to do it.
if he attacks the creature with guiding bolt, he has disadvantage because of how close he is, but he has advantage because of Kragner's ability, which would cancel each other out, and it would be a straight roll. So you can either do a melee spell attack so
true.
you have advantage, or
No, thank you for correcting me.
I'm
I
just-
will.
I'm just trying to help.
I'm gonna do just a regular melee attack
Just regular melee.
with
Are
my
you
mace.
are you gonna do it with the mace, not with your cool stuff? All right.
What cool stuff?
You got
Yeah,
your
cool
You
stuff.
got cool Eldritch stuff that you can do with a bonus action and then melee with that.
I
What do you
don't
got,
have like a different
He
weapon.
has like tentacles or
Your
claws or something?
hand can literally become. You
But
are.
I thought that was instead of
Dude, you
the
can have
spell.
crab hands, man. You can have crab hands.
You can have both of them at the same time. It just takes a bonus action for each one to be triggered. It's a new turn. You have a bonus action again. So if you want a bonus action, go full prototype and turn your hand into a blade, a club, or whatever. You can technically do
Okay.
that.
I was thinking it would have to be instead of.
Nope. You are full on
Okay.
think prototype. Old school PlayStation video game prototype.
Okay, so as my bonus action, I'm gonna use my Eldritch Limbs, and I'm gonna go for turning my arm into like thick, hardened bone, to do some piercing damage in that
Badass.
crack.
Hell yeah. So it kind of like your hand almost becomes like this bony morning star like club as you go to try to strike at the creature. So basically you're going to roll using your mace stats because they're going to be pretty comparable. It's just going to be piercing damage. Actually, I'd allow, let me take a look at the rules here, but I'd allow a D8 because I think a morning star uses a D8.
Well, I don't have a morning star. I've got a mace.
I know.
A morning star does
Stretch your
D8.
Okay. Sorry. No, it does actually have specific rules. It does say you may roll a D6 in place of the normal damage. So roll a D6.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, just use your mace.
Do I still get the +2?
Yeah, you still get your full full modifier benefit. Yeah.
So I might as well just click mace because it's 1d6 plus 2.
Mechanically, yes, but narratively speaking, using.
But I still have to roll to hit.
Of course, absolutely.
So let's see. Oh, that's gonna hit. Yeah, 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking hits. And don't forget you have advantage, so
Yeah, roll again just in case.
see if you get that natural 20.
Yeah. Nope. I got a natural 1.
Okay, so we'll go with the first roll. So you did 6 points of.
It was 7.
7 points? Okay.
I accidentally rolled twice.
Gotcha. Okay, so 7 points on A. As you strike into it, literally going into his face, kind of almost stretching back, kind of seeing this massive club of bone form in your hand, and you strike true on this creature. You hear this kind of scream.
Thinking like what is it? The T-1000 or whatever? From Terminator?
Yeah.
The other one when he turns his arms into like spikes.
Into rudimentary blades and weapons, absolutely. And that's literally what you can do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So you did 6 points of damage to Crawling Grave A with the bonus action and action. 7.
Sorry.
Alright. And then you still have movement.
I'll stay. I'll stay right in front of this thing.
Understood. Alright. So next in the order is Karagnir. First, Karagnir will... so for me, the way I do the Dragonborn ability for Dragon Breath, I think it's saying they can only do it once a day. So for Dragonborns, what I do is I actually implement the recharge rule. So they get to roll a d6, and if they roll a 5 or a 6, then they technically get their breath weapon back. So I'm going to roll for that.
Oh, I like that.
I don't think that's I think that's how it should be because I don't think that's overpowered, and I think that still keeps it in the flavor of taking a Dragonborn. No. But he did, or
yeah,
she did roll.
Dragons do that.
Yeah,
because dragons do that. So yeah.
But she did roll a 2, so she's still trying to charge up that electrical energy, unsuccessful. But she is going to raise a hand and unleash a bolt of fire. As she casts Firebolt at... Technically, I'm pretty sure she can hit either one, but with Doyenta being there and him or her kind of cheering her on, she's going to go for A. So... oh, fuck! Oh, no, she gets advantage. Fuck! That was a 2 and a 3. The Firebolt flies high.
Your dice was sucking.
They're really not doing well. So that's going to end Karagnir's turn because she's not going anywhere. Next is the Crawling Grave's turn. So the Crawling Grave immediately whips and strikes, trying to hit both the Professor and Doyenta with a slam attack. So that is a 16 on Doyenta. That just barely hits her AC.
Jeez.
So that's 2. Oh, 12. That's 15 points of damage on Doyenta. As she is struck hard. Next is going to be the strike against the Professor. It's cocked. That's a natural 20, Professor.
I mean, my DC is 20
Well,
or AC or whatever.
natural 20 hits no matter what, but
Nah.
but
Do you have silvery barbs or anything like
that
that?
would still be a 25 to hit. So that would be higher than your AC. So that is okay. This is good. Hopefully I
This is
roll
gonna hurt.
low. This is gonna hurt really
Oh,
bad.
He said
yeah,
Gustav
yeah.
helping.
You just had to roll those other dice, huh?
Doesn't Gustav have
That's the same
silvery
dice.
barbs?
It's the same dice. It's a 5 plus 8. That's 13 plus 20. That's 33 plus 6. You take 36 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need you to give me a strength saving throw, and she actually needs to make one too. Fuck you, D&D Beyond. Doyen,
Anyway, I'm down.
you're down? Fuck.
I have 33 points of health.
I'm tracking.
Oh.
Dex is 3, strength is 0, so she's gonna make a.
I thought my fitness shell was gonna protect me, but he gets a natural 20. What the fuck?
I'm sorry, you guys wanted bloody crits.
Hey man, yep. Cruel world.
Okay, she does not get knocked prone, but you fall to the ground unconscious. We start to watch your chitinous shell and your arm kind of start to revert back to their fleshy humanoid state as you slip into unconscious.
At least I just had my turn.
This is correct. Next in the order is crawling grade B, shifting wildly and turning to attack. It is going to take, or no, that's C. B is going to shift wildly and turn, trying to attack the two that hit it most recently, I believe, which is Arthur and Limnor. So as it shifts and takes the attack, Arthur, that is a 15 to hit. I don't think that hits you.
No, shield ready, pink.
And Limnor, that's a 17 to hit. I'm pretty sure that hits Limnor. Yeah, that hits Limnor.
She's standing next to her.
That is 5, 11, 3. That's 14 points of damage to Limnor. Fuck. Limnor is starting to look rough. Crawling Grave C is going to take 2 attacks, one against Borgio, one against Abradus. Misses Abradus. Fuck! Natural 20 again on Borgio.
Alrighty.
Eaton.
9, 5, that's 14 plus. That's 37 points of
Which
damage.
one's attacking?
Borgio.
Have though. He's
Yeah, Borgio is.
Is this monster C or D? Yo, hold up. Which monster's attacking?
Halved.
Yo, can y'all hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you
Yes,
now.
I hear you.
Which monster's attacking? Is it C or D?
It's C. So
C.
It has the disadvantage because of the eye, so its first attack would be disadvantage. So
I don't think does it impose disadvantage, or is it a minus something? Because if it's a minus something, that doesn't negate a natural 20.
That's really right, but when you look at what it is,
Oh man, I thought you had silvery barbs.
bad luck. It has disadvantage on its next ability check attack roll.
Then I'm going to roll that again. Alright. So this time that is a 17 to hit on Borgio.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so not a natural 20 at least. So I'm gonna roll, what did I say, it was 37? So then technically it's just 17 points of damage.
Okay.
And
Is that about right?
put in the support the orb, which is BIS, to get shadow damage or fire damage. You have a choice. I say show shadow. Yeah, and I didn't mean to. And they won't.
How many points you said? 17?
John's got a coach in there.
No, they sound like they're talking about a video game or something.
What did you say? That was 17?
17 points of damage to Borjo.
Was that bludgeoning? So is that halved?
Bludgeoning halved, yes.
So bludgeoning halved is 17.
No. 17 is the total, so half of 17.
Okay.
So,
9.
That's 8.
8 points of damage, yeah.
Okay.
And the next in the order is Arin.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I will. Shit. Let me put on my cigarette real quick. Seeing that D's goes down. God damn it.
Yeah.
You know, I have one healing potion, but I don't want to use
There
it.
are other
Yeah.
people on the
Yeah, I'm
field
not
that
gonna
are
worry.
capable of
Yeah.
helping.
True.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
roll for
it's
each
not
of them
magic.
to see if they notice these going down. So,
Okay, cool. Well, I have some turns. I'm not worried. I'm going to charge at the one. These things are they're like mounds of like stuff, but they're.
It's like
I've swung at them.
corpses and bones all.
I can walk
Yeah.
on them. Can I run up them and stuff like that?
you can certainly try.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, I wanna go at this one like full charge, seeing it taking down D's and Doyenta in trouble. I'm just gonna go at it and run up it and just give it a little sweet crack across its like top crack area.
Use those sweet halfling legs.
So it would take, let me see, because they're probably about at least 10, 12 feet tall. It would be considered difficult terrain for sure, and this would probably be a roll to see how well you could do this. 5, 10.
Probably couldn't get there in that turn then.
I don't know if you would be able to get on top of it. You might be able to go into a leap and jump at it from the front and try to like slide down if your strike hits. So first, give me a athletics check as you jump up to try to strike into it.
What? No acrobatics?
No
Just
acrobatics?
flexible.
Jumping is specifically athletics, so
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, this ain't gonna go well, but
You
okay.
I mean, that's what
Okay.
the bar says. Leg days,
this
baby.
thing
Leg
is
day. Don't
swinging
skip leg
wildly.
day.
It just struck Archimedes. I mean, this is not an easy thing.
A 12.
A 12, I'm going to say
12?
with a
Not
12, you managed to get 1 foot up on it and launch yourself up in the air. Let's see if you can land a blow. So you are now
Alright.
5, 10, 15 up in front of it, right up into its face. You leap up off of one kind of skull protruding from the front. You leap up, pull your blade up, and go for a swing. Go ahead and roll the attack for me. And you have advantage.
Oh, wow. 12?
12 with advantage, unfortunately, does not hit. You go
Oh,
to
no.
swing, and you are kind of smacked back, sliding across the ground. Now up in its metaphorical face.
Fucking hell. Alright, shit. And how much movement do I have left?
You used, I'm gonna say it was technically, maybe 5 feet.
Okay. Let's do this. Bonus action, disengage. I'm take another 10 feet, 10, 15, back to like where I was, basically. I'm gonna go back a couple steps
Disengage
back.
just lets you, or your bonus action disengaging, because that just lets you move away
Yes.
without attack of opportunity. It doesn't give you movement speed.
Yes, but you
That's
said I
what
have, oh, how much feet did you say I have left?
You have 5 feet of movement, so you'd be able to get like right
Oh, okay. Yeah. Does that, he still has, yeah, it'd still be within its range then, right? Still?
here. That is
I
correct.
wouldn't need to disengage?
Correct.
Okay, well then I won't disengage. I will just,
Hey, you're a rogue.
okay.
You got this.
Do you let me bonus action give a potion, or is that an action?
If you are taking it yourself, it is a bonus action. If you're
Bonus
giving
action.
it to somebody else, it is an action.
Figured. That's what I thought. Okay. I just need to double check. I don't think I have anything else then. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of my turn.
All right.
That was
So-
crap.
But it could have been badass. It could have been badass.
It could've.
True.
It could have. Wait.
Hey,
Hold on 1 second.
Whoa, what?
You
I
got something
remember-
else up your sleeve.
What's
Can
up?
you
You
let
have
me
a tissue up
retcon
your
this
sleeve?
a tad bit?
If,
I can use my
if
Curse
I'm
of my
not-
Doomed. When I
if
miss a
I'm-
weapon attack against a creature marked by your evil eye, I can use a reaction to spend a Jinx point to make an additional weapon attack. So would you let me miss that first attack, use my eye, and then when I get down to the ground, do another
Please.
attack?
This is a boss fight, please.
I will allow it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay.
Sorry, I got super excited.
So, where's my Jinx points? 1 Jinx point. Okay. Then I'll do another attack. Do I get advantage on this attack again?
Correct.
Okay.
Man, this is like the
A
ultimate
little better.
Dark Souls 3 boss fight here.
18?
18 does hit.
Alright. Does this get sneak attack then? Because it's my first attack?
It does, but it's because you have advantage and because you have your eye on it. So.
Evil eye. I always
So
do,
technically,
yeah.
this is the one crawling grave in this place where you see the kind of 50 or so different skulls all across its body, and every single one of them has kind of like a pulsating yellowish glow, kind of like the frenzied flame glow in each one of its eyes.
Dude, that's pretty sick.
Representing it being affected by your eyes. So,
Love the description.
God damn it!
It's 10 points.
Another 10 points.
Hey, every point matters.
I'm doing it.
And you managed to kind of tear open that bout of kind of open, kind of seeing under flesh beneath the muck just a little bit more. This thing is starting to look a little rough. So that is your full economy.
That's my full economy.
All right, so that's going to end your turn. Next in the order is Yezhin. Yezhin already finishing loading his crossbow. He gets a +4 as he's going to try to take another shot. Same one that you're engaged with advantage. Fucking come on, roll better. It's cocked. 7 and a 14 +4. That absolutely hits. He's going to roll 2d10. Let's hope that he does
20
not
damage.
roll 2 1s again. 6 and 3
and 7.
+3. So what is it? 6 + 3 is 12 points of damage on A again.
Nice.
Beautiful.
He made a slight adjustment.
Exactly. He went in, kind of pulled out a makeshift homemade screwdriver, started to adjust it a little bit, cocked it and fired. Now he's using his bonus action to reload. Yeah, that crossbow is actually coming in the clutch now, finally. Sesher.
Dude, that's pretty sick. Yeah.
Let's see. How far are you?
Sesher.
You are 35 feet away. Fuck. Alright, first off, Session's gonna roll to notice he's going down.
Yeah, he doesn't notice these nuts.
14 plus. So he's got a decent wisdom perception. That's a 16. I would say he noticed you going down. What's the range on that? I'm pretty sure it's only 30 feet, but let's take a look. No! Healing word is 60
Healing
feet.
word?
Yeah. Sesher immediately starts a series of whispers. We watch these kind of white wisps of blue and white energy kind of spiral around him, and as he shouts a word that you can't even quite fathom, and almost like a beam of light energized through whatever arcane forces that he channels through himself, launches forward towards you, Archimedes, as he casts Healing Word. So I believe that is... I need the information for Healing Word. Healing Word, I believe, is...
It's a 1d4 if it's a first level. Plus its modifier.
So he's a second level spellcaster, but
so you can do it 2d4 plus his
second level spellcasters can only have first level spell slots. So so that's 1d4 plus his modifier. That's 4 for him. So you are healed. Hey, where's my d4s? It's cocked. You are healed 5 hit points.
Is he wearing a pendant?
He is not wearing
specialness?
a pendant. No. Only one person in this
Oh,
group / game has that. But that is Sesher's bonus action. Sesher will then also produce flame and curl cantrip of that. So rolls with advantage on those 14 plus. Yeah, that hits. So 1d8. Where's my d8s?
does this fire look
Plus
white
4, that's
too?
8. It's kind of a bluish white, yeah. As he
Oh,
does
sweet.
8 points of fire damage to A.
Nice.
Coral's turn. Hold that thought, guys. I really gotta pee.
Sweet. Bathroom break because I got to pee too.
Wait.
Aaron, have you watched those new Curb episodes?
No,
I know John was watching them.
I saw John. Yeah, watch. I watch a little bit every now and then when I'm passing by the living room or whatever. I'll just smoke a cigarette. Larry just cracks me up. I love Larry. He's so funny.
Oh yeah, this is the final season.
Oh really?
Yeah. After 24 years.
Jeez. He decided to retire, I guess.
I guess. He's old as fuck now.
He is.
I think he's 77.
Yeah.
He's Donald Trump's age.
Yeah. But he's healthy for his age, though. Compared to a lot of other people.
Compared to Donald Trump.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I'm back. So, Coral comes roaring forward. And being within 5 feet of her ally is going to take a bite attack at advantage. That is 18. That hits. That's 2d4 plus 2. Ooh, nice. 7, so 9 points of damage on D. And then that's going to be Coral's turn. Next in the order is, technically it is Arthur. So.
No. Okay, so Arthur's turn, coil attack. From Arthur's perspective, with his passive perception, would he have noticed how hardly hit Lenore was?
I mean, Limnor was hit pretty hard. She kind of slid back and coughed up a bout of blood as she was struck really hard in the chest.
Okay. So Arthur, regaining his balance, shield and spear in hand, kind of looks over, sees how Limnor is kind of like leaning over. He rushes towards her.
Okay.
Fight's not over yet, as he places his hand on her, and as like there's a little bit of blood trickling down on his hand, and as it touches her shoulder, he pumps 15 points of I do lay on hands, so 15 points of healing, plus with his divine blood mixing in, it amplifies it. So I'm going to use my Sangromancy healing on her and give her additional 1d10.
Okay, go ahead and roll the d10.
Yes, sir. So, come on, roll good. Additional 2 points.
Alright.
So that's 17 points of healing to her.
Alright.
And then he pivots. And just before his hand leaves her shoulder, he's like, have faith. And he casts Shield of Faith on her.
I believe
Giving her
lay on hands is an action.
Yeah, Lay on Hands is an action. Shield of Faith is a bonus action, and Lay on Hands is a feature of a paladin.
No, I'm tracking that, but lay on hands still uses the action economy.
Is it an action? I think it's an action.
Yeah, no, Shield of Faith is a bonus action.
No, I'm double checking to see if your divine sagromancy actually costs any battle economy.
No.
something
It
that's
says
tagged
it's
on
no
when you
action.
heal. Okay, so
It's just when I see healing. Yeah.
So Shield of Faith is cast on Limnor, giving 2
Limnor.
additional AC points. Excellent.
Yeah. And then as my hand leaves her shoulder, I regrip my spear, shield up, in the ready stance right next to her. And that ends my turn.
Okay.
Oh, let me spell slot. Burnt. Yep. Bam. And hit point taken away.
Now, Vow of Enmity, is that maintained like concentration?
Nope. No, sir. I double checked it, and it doesn't say anything about concentration.
Okay.
Yeah. Believe me. Please.
Let's see.
So,
Just making sure.
yep.
It's a spell, right? Or is that a
No,
feat?
it's a divine. That's a Oh my god, what's it called, guys?
Channel Divinity?
Channel divinity. That's it. Yeah, it's a channel divinity.
Okay.
So,
Alright. Tracking.
so
Wonderful.
yep. Sweetness.
Alright.
So
let's do
she's
it.
back up.
Yep.
A little bit of protection, and we're gonna do this.
Alright. So this will be Arthur's turn. Next in the order is Gabriel. Gabriel shifts and cracks his whip again, using his action on Crawling Grave B. So Gabriel will roll out in the open in the thing.
Holy shit! Get away!
What the fuck is going on there?
Casey's being attacked in real life.
Apparently. Oof.
Holy
Luckily he
shit,
gets
dude.
advantage.
Sorry.
Oh, natural
You
20
fighting against a creature?
Nice.
for Gabriel. So he's going to do, technically it's 1d6 plus 5 plus 6. So that's 7 plus 5, or 7 plus 6, that's 13, plus the 1d4 of Radiant.
For 4 or 6.
It's a d4. So that's 15 points of damage for the first attack. That's B. 15 points. And since he is a war priest, as a bonus action, if he makes a melee attack, he may also use his war priest ability, which he can do up to 4 times, make another weapon attack as a bonus action as he cracks his whip again. I gotta roll for that. Come on. Actions. Cross again. There's a 13. Oh wait, he has advantage with flanking. 15 just barely hits. He does 9 plus 2. He does 11 points of damage on the second attack.
Sweet.
To B. Alright. Both of which, A and B, are starting to look pretty rough. Alright, and that is his action and bonus action. Actually, I do need to double check though. His divine favor is concentration. Actually, no, he didn't get hit in that last round. No, it was Lemnor and
No, he didn't.
Arthur. So
Arthur.
next in the order then is Gregor.
Regard.
Okay. I will cast Chill Touch on Zombie A. I have advantage on that. Rolling here.
All right. Is Chill Touch a spell attack roll or is that a saving throw?
It's an attack roll plus
Okay.
5. And so I got 18.
18 hits.
So I'm doing 5 necrotic damage.
5 necrotic damage.
Is it dead?
It is not dead.
Okay. Well,
So
then,
close.
Is it dead?
I don't really do much. I will. I guess that's. I guess I will burn. I'll do a quicken spell, and I will cast another. Chill Touch on actually, I'll cast a Frostbite on Zombie C, and that's a con save.
Okay, con save. That is a 12 plus. Oh, that is a 17.
And it's a
Okay.
so that's
Is that half damage still or no damage?
no damage.
Okay. Alright, so that is your action, bonus action. You still have movement.
I will jump to kind of pink. I 1 second. Select. I want to jump to like right there.
Here.
Can I just move there? Yeah, right there.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
Alright. So, next in the order is Limnor. Limnor will try to take. She'll look over to you and go, thanks. And immediately try to swing her short sword again. Try and attack B. So, Limnor gets d20 plus 4. That is a 22. So she does 1d6 plus 2. That's 5 points of damage to B. And technically, since Coral hit in the first attack, Coordinated Rend. If Coral and Limnor make a successful melee attack on the same creature in a single round, the creature takes an additional 1d8 slashing damage. So it takes 4 points of additional damage on B. Beautiful. Yeah, those two are starting to look pretty fucking rough. And she's going to hold her ground. The kind of almost aurulent glow kind of emanating from her form as the Shield of Faith continues to give her protection. Next in the order is Bourgeot.
Okay. DM question. For the rat coal. Excuse me, count. The darkness spell, is that like a bonus action? Action?
It's an action.
That comes from his armor?
It's an action.
Okay, it's an action?
Darkness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind. Okay, cool. I was just wanting to confirm that. Yes, his eyes filled with rage. This red glow clicks in. He says something like, "Fucking die, bitch," but he says it in rat language because he doesn't realize it yet. And then he swings his blade recklessly, so giving him advantage.
Okay.
So, come on, baby. Natural 19 for 25.
That's gonna hit.
So let's see. We have it's two-handed.
So it's 1d10
So 1d10
plus strength
plus
modifier
4,
plus
14, plus 2, so that's 16. So it's going to be, and it's force damage because of his wild magic that flares up.
Yeah, that doesn't really change anything.
So that's,
5, but so 16
okay, well, it's 16 points
on
of
C.
slashing damage. I mean, force damage on C, yeah.
Hell yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Beautiful. So that is his
Sweet.
action. Is he gonna move?
Here, hold up. Let's see. No, he's gonna stand his ground. He's actually gonna like hawk up this nasty loogie and spit at it as a bonus action.
Alright.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Next in the order is Doyenta. Doyenta is going to try to panically strike at the crawling grave in front of her.
Yeah, because her boyfriend turns out to be a monster and he's dying. Okay, no,
That
he's
is
not.
a 4 to hit, but she has advantage. Ooh, that's an 18, so the first one hits. Rolling again for the second one. That's a 17 or natural 20. So she gets her first one's just a D8 plus 3. So she does 10 points of damage on the first one. As she sees the professor go down, Arin jumps up, leaps up, stabs into the creature, dragging and tearing open this wound with an unfounded and surprising amount of confidence and a battle roar you would never imagine could originate from this woman. She charges forward and with one fucking solid fell swoop stabs through that open flesh as the creature screams and begins to start to deflate and melt back into the floor and is no more. Technically, she did roll a d20 for her second attack, so I gotta see if she can actually make use of that. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, she can run over to C, as she's, again, you're seeing a battle rage within her that you did not think possible as she runs past, and with a natural 20 she gets to do a d8 plus a d8, so that is 7 plus 8, that's 15, plus whatever her thingy is.
3, you said, I think.
3, so 18 points of damage on C.
Oh, this lady's fucking seeing her love interest go down.
Xena warrior
crazy.
princess right now.
No, she like flat out just runs past Professor still on the ground going, oh, what's going on?
I'm breaking up with you.
No, that's Doyenta's turn. Abradis looks over, "Howdy, girl," as she charges up to his side. You are within 10 feet of Abradis. "Professor, get up! You cannot give in!" As he is going to use his words of encouragement skill, and he's going to give you.
Goddamn Abradis.
He's going to give you 1d6 temporary hit points, so you gain 4 temporary hit points, Archimedes. As he goes in for a swing with his greatsword, that is a plus 4 to hit for him.
Nice.
That is a 12 to hit. Unfortunately, he does not strike true on Grave. The crawling grave. So that is his action and bonus action, and he's going to hold ground.
Oh man, bones.
Next in the order is Archimedes. You are up.
All right.
Yeah, get up, Chris.
So I'm gonna. Let's see. Let's go after numbers, or let's go after C.
Okay. The fuck is that?
What?
The massive amount of clinking and clanking?
Oh, that's that's Archimedes getting up because of his weird form.
No, his form
That's
dissipated.
Conscious.
His
No,
form
no,
dissipated
I-
when he's
claim
unconscious.
at it.
I crushed a plastic bottle to make it smaller for the trash can.
Gotcha. Yeah, when you fell unconscious, your chitinous shell faded, and I believe so did your eldritch limb. But there's no limit to how many times you can do the chitinous shell a day. It's only the. Actually, I don't even think there's a limit to the eldritch limbs either. So.
Now, did I get up earlier, or did I get up just now?
You are still currently prone, so you have to use half your movement to get up.
Okay, that's fine. And then I'm gonna hurl a sacred flame.
Ooh, what does it
at
look
C,
like?
At C?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's a dexterity saving throw. That is a 5. So, yeah, it fails. But you do 1 point
But
of
I
damage.
did 1 damage. Oh my fucking god.
You just see this little,
Sick.
little.
That's because your vision's still blurry, so you're like,
Yeah.
So,
And I suppose since this, we still got more fight to go.
a bit,
yeah, baby, come on.
I've been using cantrips too.
Yeah. But,
Release your power.
tell me, since I already did it, can I not go into Chitinous Shell again?
No, I did just double check that. It doesn't say anything about a once a day use. It just says
Bonus action.
it just costs a
How
bonus
long it
action to
lasts
use.
until I'm knocked unconscious,
And if
and
you're
I
not
can use a bonus action to end it.
you're not wearing heavy armor, right? You're wearing medium armor, right?
Let me double check.
Because
I
technically
think you're wearing heavy
Yeah,
armor.
medium.
you're not supposed to be able to use it if you're using heavy armor. But if you're not and you're wearing medium, that's fine.
He's using me.
Okay. Then yes, you can absolutely use it. It just costs a bonus action to do, and it does reduce your speed by 10 feet. That's pretty much all it says.
Yeah, let's
this
go
is
back
your-
into the Chitinous Shell.
We'll move first.
God.
Or
You stand back up, you release the spell, and then you start to bulk up once again as the chitinous shell starts to form and the skin sloughs away.
I can't stand it.
And how close can I get to the thing? Like John was saying, I should move first before I lose my.
Well, you have 15 feet
Whatever.
of movement right now.
So yeah, I'm close enough. I'm gonna get up close to it.
5, 10, 15, like right here.
Yeah.
And then you're going to use your bonus action to shift into that form as you arrive at that spot. All right.
So now I'm done.
All right. So that'll end Archimedes' turn. It is now Karagnir's turn. Karagnir will recharge, but I don't think she can hit anything. Nope, did not recharge her thing with that. She's going to unleash a firebolt on the one that you guys are all engaged with now. Unfortunately, misses. And that's going to end her turn. A is dead. B melds into the ground. And
can opportunity attacks during this.
Sons of bitch.
no, it's like teleportation. Pops up out
Do
of
we
the
get an
ground.
attack of opportunity?
No, it's like teleportation.
Oh shit. Okay.
It literally disappears into the ground where it stands and rises up out of the ground, and it's going to take 2 attacks, one against Arn and one against Gregor.
Shit.
see.
Leave the little ones alone.
That is a natural 19 plus stuff for Aaron,
Yeah, it hits me.
and that is a 15. That's a dirty 20 for Gregor.
Hits me as
Jeez.
well.
Let's see. So, but since B is under half health, the damage now becomes 1d10. And that's a d8. 1d10. So you take 9 points of damage, Aaron, and I need you to give me a strength or dex save. And you take
Doki, 9
12,
points of damage.
12 points of bludgeoning damage, Gregor, and I need you to give me a strength or dex save.
Tell you which one I'm not going to take. Oh, good roll, Gregor.
Yep, you both managed to take the brunt of the attacks. Neither one of you are knocked prone. Crawling Grave C will shift and turn on the one that just hit it the most, Doyenta, and probably Bourgeot, because those are the two that actually struck it recently. So, first one against Doyenta. That is a 16 to hit. I believe that just hits her armor class. Yes, it does. And then go for Bourgeot. That is a 16 plus 5. That's 21 to hit on Bourgeot. So
Yes.
That's 2d10. Plus 3. For Doyenta. Oof, 9. Plus 7, that's 16. Plus 3, that's 19 points of damage on Doyenta. Ugh, she's looking super rough. Literally, her face just becomes blackened and bloodied as she is smacked and slammed. Bourgeot takes 10.
Save me, D's.
12 plus 3. That's 15 points of damage to Bourgeot. Have to was it 6, 7? And that is going to be Crawling Grave C's turn. Next in the order is Aaron.
After taking that blow, my eye flashes, and the one that just attacked me, what is that? A?
The one that just attacked you was B.
B. Yeah. Okay. So B will have to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Alright, that is a... I do think it has a negative modifier, 1 second. That is a 16.
Oh, saves. Damn.
Alright.
Then, well, if that doesn't work, then I will... Do I get any sort of advantage on this one because it's between me and Gregor at the moment, or...
If you run up and...
Do I need to do some positioning?
Gregor is not quite within 5 feet of the creature.
Okay.
So you don't have direct flanking opportunity.
Well...
You can always try a ranged flank. So if you pull back and somebody's directly on the opposite side, so you would risk an attack of opportunity, but if you head 5, 10, 15, 20 feet north and then pull out the bow, I would say you're technically ranged flanking with Gregor. I'd allow for that.
Okay.
But it would open you up to an attack of opportunity.
I wouldn't want to do that at the moment. I would I'm going to take a swipe at it then.
Alright, so you're going to move 5 feet in.
Yeah,
and
just
strike.
go and attack it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20 hits.
Okay. And this is without sneak attack, correct?
That is correct, because you did not have advantage on the attack.
push out. So 6 piercing damage.
6
Damn it!
piercing
I rolled good on my sneak attack finally.
on B. Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, you couldn't use it. You don't have any more jinx points?
No, I don't have his eye. He saved the throw.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So that is your
It's one
action.
of those
5 feet
things.
of movement. You still have bonus action.
Bonus action. Attack with my dagger.
Sure. Straight D20 roll.
There you go, baby.
16.
16 hits.
Yes.
So his dagger is.
1d4.
Do I add my?
It's just
Do I
it's just 1d4, right?
Yeah, it's just 1d4.
This is a D4.
You gotta have the feet and stuff for that.
Nice.
Damn
3.
it.
3 points of damage.
Hey,
Nice.
I'll take it.
Beautiful.
right in that one cracked skull.
Yeah.
Excellent. And so that's going to end Aron's turn. Next in the order is Yezhin.
Yes, sir.
Yezhin finishes reloading his bow, shifts it over towards the one that Gregor and Aron are engaged with, and is going to attack. That is a dirty 20 to hit. So he rolls 2d10. That is a 3 plus 9, that's 12, plus 2, that's 14 points of damage. Yeah, as Yezhin shoots, the bolt literally pierces through the carapace-like shell of this creature, going through one side, out the other, almost hitting you, Aron, as it strikes into the ground. The creature screeches out as it begins to melt and fall into the soil
Shit.
before you. You hear Yezhin, yes! And immediately starts bonus action reloading. Next in the order is Sesher. Sesher, seeing Gregor and Aron taking damage, he's going to do a medicine check. Technically with advantage, because it's kind of his thing. That is a 16. So I think he'd be able to tell. Gregor and Aron, which one of you are looking the most hurt?
I'm 8 out of 20.
You're what?
8 out of 20.
You're more hurt than I am.
Alright, so then he's going to, or they are going to cast Healing Word on Gregor. Nice. You are healed 8 hit points. And that is their bonus action. As their action, they're going to... I'm going to say the creature is right at 30 feet. Like, just barely at 30 feet. But I'm going to say because of how close the range is, Sesher will roll at disadvantage on their Produce Flame. Because it's like 30.1 or some shit like that.
Gotcha.
So that is an 18 to hit for the first one. And a 6 for the second one. I think they have a +4 modifier, so that does not hit the creature. Next in the order is Coral. Coral comes charging forward. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, just barely. It's gonna go the full 40 and kind of jump and attempt to bite all at the same time. Which Coral has a +4 to hit. That is 16 to hit, so that hits. 2d4, 3 plus 4, that's 7, plus 2, that's 9 points of damage. And that's going to end Coral's turn. Next in the order is Arthur. You are up.
Yes. I use 30 feet of my movement. It should put me like right here. Does that put me within 5 feet of the enemy?
It does not.
Shit. All right. You know what? Fuck
Not to
this,
mention you'd be
because
trying
that
to
puts
run
me
through an
within.
ally as well.
Yeah. Let's see. If I do right here is 30 feet. Does that put me within 5 feet or 10 feet?
10 feet. I
All
do not
right,
think you have enough
Arthur.
movement to get to the creature.
Yeah, no. Arthur throws his shield on his back as he whips out his pike. As he whips out his pike, he he grips it as his like divine, as his blood kind of like melts over the pike. He ends up casting divine favor on it as a bonus action, which of course is a concentration. So Shield of Faith is
Drops on
faded
Limner.
off of Limnor,
Yep.
and then he charges in with this pike, just like freedom is near, as he charges in and goes for a jab with the pike.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to just barely make it into this square here.
Okay, so oh shit, hold up, I gotta switch.
It's this one right
So
here. Yep.
yeah, so it goes through. Here, hold up, let me take my shield off because I'm two-handing the pike.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, D&D Beyond, stop being so slow.
Yeah, it's been real laggy for me.
I know, right?
I closed the whole browser and reopened it, and that fixed my lag issue with it.
Yeah, like I already refreshed twice, but it's still.
But yeah, close the browser itself.
I'll do that in a moment. Hold on. So here, let me burn my
your
spell
pike
slot, bonus
is a
action.
+5 to hit.
Yep. So, all right. Is there any advantage of any kind, or not really?
Yeah, I'd say
On
you're technically flanking with Archimedes, and at this point, this version of the Crawling Grave has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enemies encircling around it. I'd give you flanking bonus on this.
Please, natural 20. Come on. Oh, does a 14 hit?
14 just barely hits.
Okay, with that case, like, as it hits, Arthur's just like, freedom is near! As the pike drives into it, I'm gonna pump Divine Smite into it. Right. And this is undead, right?
Technically, yes. This is an undead creature.
Sweet. So, let me roll the pike damage first. So, it's gonna be 1d10 plus 3. So it's going to be 8 points of piercing damage, and then Divine Smite's going to be 3d8. It's undead.
Oh shit.
8 points of radiant damage.
I kind of fucked up on these other ones, but I will be sure to roll for this.
Oh yeah, plus Divine Favor adds a 1d4 to radiant as well.
Okay.
So that is a total of 9 points of radiant damage that's slammed into this creature.
Say 9 points of radiant?
So 9 points of radiant, 8 points of piercing from the pike.
So Doyenta killed the other one, Yejin killed the other one. Both, she did not kill it with a critical, and he did not. Okay, sorry, I'm just tracking something. So I need to roll. DC is 5 plus damage.
Is it weak against radiance?
No, she did 14 points of damage. Okay, and Yejin did, I think, like 12 points of damage to the. Okay, sorry, I needed to retcon some stuff. but that'll be implemented on their actual turn. Um, all right, beautiful. So solid amount of damage done to the crawling grave as you run, charge, stab it with your pike, and then pump a burst of radiant energy as it disperses through the creature, taking some solid damage. Is that going to be your turn, Arthur?
Yes, it will be.
All right. Next in the order is Gabriel. Gabriel is going to move 10 feet over, and he's going to take 2 melee strikes. One with, natural 20 for the first one, and misses with his bonus action attack, but he does burn that economy to try to bonus action attack. So, but natural 20 on the first one, so he gets technically, what is it? It's for Gabriel, he does 1d6, so that's 6 plus 3 plus 5. Actually, no, it's technically 10 plus 5 plus 2. So
Come on, Gabriel.
17 points of damage on this one here. And it was radiant there. Okay. Beautiful. And so that is Gabriel's movement, action, and bonus action. Next in the order is Gregor.
I'm gonna cast Frostbite on him. He needs to make a con save.
Con save. That is an 11.
It fails. He takes 1 frost damage.
One
Now he has
frost damage.
disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay.
Yes.
We watch as the
Good
creature
job.
kind of starts to ice up a bit. Its movement starts to shift and slow down.
Cool.
Beautiful. So next in the order is Limnor, unless you're gonna use any sorcery points. Okay. So Limnor is gonna. Limnor's just gonna take a. Oh no, she's looking okay. What's her movement? How far is she? She can't run that far. So she's gonna run to about right here. And then she's gonna take a crack shot with her short bow. That is a 20 to hit. So 86 plus 2.
Yes. Good job.
That is 5 points of damage to the creature. That's for action and movement. No bonus action. Next in the order is Borgio.
All right, Borgio just grips his foot into the ground, pivots his hip back with the blade, both in hands, and goes for another reckless slice up into this creature.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
All right. Yeah, 21, baby.
21 hits.
So that's going to be 9 plus 2. That's going to be 11 points of force damage.
11 points of force damage, so 5 plus 11. That's 16. Needs to make. Con save, so 16. Alright. So you go and strike at this creature. It gives a blood curdling scream. Starts to shift and kind of go amorphous for a second, and then stretches outright and seems to still be standing.
Alright. Bonus actions. The only thing he has is rage. So He hawks another loogie at this thing.
All right.
Pretty bitch.
All right. So next in the order is Doyenta. She's going to try to swing 2 attacks. She does +4. So first one hits. Natural 20 on the second one.
Wow, this lady.
Doyenta.
That's her second one.
I know.
She's gonna have a story to tell.
Man, wish we can roll real dice too.
So for her first attack, it's just a normal attack. Come on, load, thank you. So she does 1d8 plus 3. And it's 8 points of damage, so 5 plus 8. That's 13. Alright, she strikes into it. It starts to deflate in a similar fashion to its to the other ones you've seen take killing blows, but then immediately begins to reinflate once again. Natural 20 goes in though, so that's 8 plus 6 plus 3. That's 14. That's 17 points of damage. DC is 5 plus 17, so it's 22. Yeah, 22. As she goes in for that second blow, the creature gives a horrible, horrible screech as it tries to reinflate itself, but does not seem to be able to hold on for life. And as it begins to dissipate, calm seems to set over the room. Suddenly, bursting out of the ground with explosive force, where Arin and Gregor stand, where they thought they got the killing blow, the same crawling grave bursts out from the ground.
Oh, son of a bitch! Phase 2!
Basically, in essence, you've seen this level of fortitude once before, not 3 days before, when you fought the swarm of ogres striking. However, technically I did roll for the undead fortitude of the first one that Doyenta killed, and technically they failed their con save. So, but this one did not, as it suddenly bursts out of the ground.
Sure.
But it is not their turn. It is now technically Abradis' turn.
Abradis!
And Abradis...
Support master!
Yeah, he's going to charge forward. He says, "So Gregor, you've got this!" As he's going to use his encouraging word and give you 6 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Nice.
He's going to try to strike at this creature with his greatsword. That's a 2, that misses. But now he's up close and personal with the creature. Next in the order is Archimedes.
Alright. So, let's fucking try to kill this thing.
Yeah, sling them nuts.
So,
Brady.
let's try it again. As my bonus action, I'm gonna form something. Let's see. Let's turn my arm into a big axe.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of swipe it down.
10, 15, 20. It would take about 25 feet of movement to get over there. And you have
Oh,
what?
'cause it moved away, huh?
Correct. So,
So I have halved movement. My regular movement is walking 30.
Because your armor reduces your movement, bud.
by
Yeah.
10 feet. So you have 20 feet of movement.
Okay.
And to
That
get
gets me
into
close enough, right?
No, if you want to get into melee, you'll
No?
need at least 25 movement, I believe.
Okay.
But
Then maybe I won't do a melee thing.
I was like, you do have range stuff.
Yeah. And this doesn't have any advantage on it, right?
On the save, no.
So now I'd like to do a guiding bolt.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a spell attack roll. Straight roll.
16. Or what?
16.
Straight? I just click the button under guiding bolt.
Yep, that's how it works.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and a 16
20
hits.
plus 5. Sweet.
Archimedes, how do you want to do this?
Fuck yeah. Blue energy coming out of my hand.
You start to go
That's.
full Kamehameha in your
Yep,
carapace-like form.
exactly. Yeah.
We start to watch this
Fuck.
swirl, almost kind of nebula-like energy gather in Archimedes' carapaced hands. And shit, with
Nice.
19 points of fucking radiant damage, you watch this thing almost grow twice, 3 times larger than you've ever seen a guiding bolt hurled from Archimedes before. As he thrusts it forward, it spirals and swirls through the air, these kind of almost cosmic stars flying around a nebula gas bolt of purples and blues, strikes into this creature, and it literally seeps into its stomach for a moment, and there's a moment of silence. It starts to shake and chitter and scream outright, and as it does, suddenly it explodes with fervent energy.
Nice.
Ichor and flesh and bone and everything you can imagine begins to fly in every direction.
Everyone's all covered in shit. They're like, thanks.
Suddenly, yeah, like everybody
Arthur's
on
like
that.
racing his bike up, going, yeah!
Abradis, Gregor, Sesher, Yezhin, and Kragner are just all covered in this ichor of flesh and blood and gore as this explosion occurs. And suddenly you start to watch the entire room begin to kind of hiss and burn and bubble away as the flesh that cakes this entire chamber begins to subside and burn and crumble to ash as it kind of melts away.
Nice.
Wow.
Suddenly,
Guys.
as everything begins to sort of melt and fade, you can see remnants of a massive stone chamber with 2 pillars here. The ditch gate kind of looming before you. You can see the number of different sigils on its spiral-like pattern, lightly illuminate and provide a sort of almost warm glow to this chamber now that it's no longer dulled by all the kind of very fragrant and gory flesh that's spread across this chamber, almost beckoning you toward the chamber and the door itself. Now,
Is there any uncovered treasure?
there doesn't seem to be any sort of uncovered treasure.
I want to check out the door, see if I can recognize some symbols.
Absolutely.
Before I go to the door to check that out, because you said it's glowing, I lay my hand on top of Borgio, and I'm like, "Well done, little one. Well done."
I mean,
as I
absolutely. As you heal,
as
Borgio,
yep.
sorry, go ahead.
Oof.
No, yeah, I'm gonna heal him using the hands of Alira. That's what the feature's called with my divine sacromancy, so I'm gonna heal him up.
Absolutely.
I think cool.
And you hear an eruption of cheers and applaud from behind as everybody on the Overlook starts to cheer at the now recently discovered victory. Again, all the flesh on the wall of the room, all the mud at your feet begins to warm as it turns to bubble and hiss.
Like
All of the dismembered flesh that filled this room begins to burn as if on a funeral pyre, and the mud bubbles and steams away until nothing is left but dry, cracked, and crackled clay. And in the center of the room, almost like that of a calcified heart, appears to be a circular stone disc, about a foot in diameter. And Professor, as you're kind of walking forward, trying to observe the runes upon the door, you can see this stone, this circular stone disc, kind of looking back up towards the door as well. It perfectly matches the shape and inscriptions nestled there in the center of the ditch gate.
Nice. So I can see that, so I'm gonna check out the stone or the disc and maybe see about arranging it to the right way so it matches.
Okay. So you pick up the stone disc from the ground. It's a bit hefty, but you're a pretty decently strong guy. Kind of feel it in your back as the carapace begins to kind of fade, and you kind of return back to your more humanoid form. As you kind of approach the door itself, trying to kind of like gauge the right placement, as you start to rotate it in the air, trying to get it just lined up just perfectly, almost like a magnet pulled to a door. Suddenly, there's a as it shunts into the stone itself, and suddenly it begins to spin, unleashing a torrent of light that spans the entire gate as the sigils begin to illuminate. The door's rings that form the very door itself begin to spin in oscillating different directions. The inner ring one, the middle ring towards clockwise, the outer ring counterclockwise. And as they begin to spin into position, you watch as they begin to align. And suddenly, a part begins to appear dead center of the doorway. Suddenly, a heavy grind-like sound as the two massive halves of the stone door begin to part. Beyond, as you stand there, seems to be a stone hallway filled with stairs that begin to wind upward. And it would appear that with this gate open, the horrors of the ditches are finally behind you. And that is where
Get
we're
outta
going
here,
to
guys.
end tonight's session.
Oh man! Oh, I was gonna say something.
You can say something.
Oh no, just like as the gates like opening from the professor, doing his professorness. It's like Arthur looks and sees it. And he throws his spear into the air, and he's like, "Hi ho, everyone! Freedom is near! Victory has been won! We have lit an inferno! Proceed to freedom!"
Hell
Long
yeah.
live the Dredger Dragons.
That's right.
Yeah.
And everyone is already kind of, with great haste, started kind of sliding down and making their way off the overlook into the chamber, with smiles and newfound hope, making their way to the door as you all rush towards what appears to be freedom from this horrible, horrible, horrible place.
Horrible.
On to, ideally, a much, much better place. And that's where we'll go ahead and call tonight's session.
Sweet.
So, the
really
question everybody has in their mind: level 4?
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the book here, because there's actually a thing that tells me when you guys get to level in the beginning. So,
thanks to Gregor, we achieved it.
Oh yeah.
Where's it at? Overview, character advancement. So yes, as the characters escape the ditches through the gates of the sun, you all obtain level 4.
Nice.
Oh!
So now, granted, the next adventure assumes that you're starting at level 3. I think I gave you guys well, technically, you guys did all the objectives for character advancement, so you guys kind of get an extra level because you stuck out the ditches as long as you did.
Okay.
Sweet.
Because when you were technically killed or taken out or sent to this horrible place by Casimir, that gained you a level. When starting in chapter 2, when you resolved the unmet needs of at least 2 dredgers, that got you a level. And then by escaping this place, that got you a level.
But now we're like level 6.
You're level 4.
Level 5? 5 compromise?
You are level 4.
Yeah.
And the next
DM.
chapter, you guys will be starting level 4. So,
Nice.
You want us to roll hit
Um,
dice now, or do all that
Um,
leveling stuff, or do you want us to wait till next session?
I'll say we
Or do
can
you
go
want to have
ahead.
one-on-one discussions?
I mean, if you guys want to refine or multi-class, I trust you guys to do that. But
I have a question about my character though for multi-classing.
okay.
Okay.
I do want to have a one-on-one for Aaron when the session is over, though. Just like 5 minutes,
Okay.
and then we'll, if that's okay, if you have time for that, Aaron.
Sure.
But yeah, well, you and I live together, so if you want to have a one-on-one, we can easily do that here in a couple minutes. So
I just want to make sure that I kind of have an idea, and judging by this situation, I think it might have sparked something. But I want to talk to you first to see if that is agreeable.
okay,
Because
that's
if
fine.
not, I will proceed in a different direction.
Well, right now, if you know for a fact that you're taking another level in Paladin, regardless of what we're wanting to talk, then let's go ahead and roll for hit points now, so it's in the recording, and I'll have it for my records. But if you want to multi-class into something else, and we want to talk about that, that's also possible too.
Yes.
If that's the case, just tell me which 2 hit die you're rolling. You don't have to mention the class if we're trying to keep that a surprise, and just tell me what your 2 rolls are for each one. So, and tell me which one's your Paladin roll. So,
Okay.
So first, Aaron, you have a D8, I believe, for a rogue. So go ahead and roll a D8 for your hit die increase.
Ooh, a 7.
Nice. So you gain 7, and then D&D Beyond will automatically add your con modifier. So you just add.
So I add
7 to dice rolled when you go to manage health.
the roll HP, right?
Yeah,
Roll
exactly. So, and then Professor, I believe you also have a D8 for your hit die. So roll a D8 for me.
Nice.
What'd you get?
1.
Okay, so
you can reroll.
You can reroll ones once. So
Okay. 3 is better.
okay, so you gain
Lightly.
3 hit points. So when you click on Manage Character and go to your character level, in the Manage HP section, you should have an amount in there for rolled hit points or rolled dice or something like that. Just add 3 to that total.
Okay. Manage HP. Rolled HP says 24, so I'll add 3 to that.
So make that a 27.
Okay.
And then make sure you add a level to the class if you're taking another level in Cleric. And then, John, are you going to multi-class or are you sticking with Sorcerer?
Sticking with Sorcerer.
All right, so you have a D6 for your hit die. Four? Excellent. So, again, same thing. You'll click on Manage Character, go to the level or class page, click on Manage HP, and whatever your current rolled hit points are, just add 4 to the total number. And then hit save. And then, Casey, are you? I think Paladins have a D10 hit die.
Yeah, D10. I rolled a 7
On
for
D&D
the
Beyond.
Paladin one. On D&D Beyond, I did.
Okay.
And but I did make another roll for a sidebar, if that's cool.
Okay. Well, it looks like they're both 7s, so that works out. So excellent. All right. Then, if everybody will give me and Aaron like 2 to 5
Oh shit!
minutes.
I forgot Bajor. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah, no, we
roll for him.
do have to roll for Borgio. Although part of me doesn't want to give him a level.
Yeah.
For not being.
I was debating about that because I was wanting to wait until the other thing. So, yeah.
Okay,
but do you want me to do it for him or
right
no?
now, for right now, we'll hold off If he shows up next session,
Okay, cool.
then he can get his level if he plays a session. Um,
Yeah.
but other than that, yeah, we should be good. So yeah, if you guys want to give me an air in a couple minutes, guys, as always, I greatly appreciate you coming.
Hey,
Thank you, Chris, for showing up early.
beautifully done.
And
Seriously,
That's
yeah,
fun.
this was
it was,
a
Finally.
fabulous battle.
it was a solid fight. So and you guys did a really
I
good
felt
job.
like there's this YouTube video I watched of like, you remember when Elden Ring first came out, and like I watched this one video, like this one dude like invited like a shitload of his friends for the first battle against Godric the Golden. So that's what I felt like this was. I was like,
Nice.
oh shit.
That's fair.
Yeah. But anyway, later, homies.
All right, later.
Bye, guys.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
So again, just to take up maybe 5 minutes of your time.
No worries.
So obviously you recall our backstory and the backstory for Aaron and kind of what his childhood was like, and we had discussed the fact that he didn't have really many friends, but the one friend he did have was kind of a what are they called? Kind of the immortal children, the old one, kind of a perpetual fey child. I'm wanting to implement and kind of start a sort of boon that's basically beginning to evolve. Part of that has been kind of your class, your misfortune bringer, manipulation of luck.
Sure.
But I'd like to start implementing a transformation as well now that you've been kind of dabbling into those powers a bit more.
Okay.
But I'm wanting to make sure you're okay with that before I implement it.
Sure.
The
Sure.
transformation, it's similar along the lines of kind of like the transformation that is occurring with Chris's character, but your transformation will be that into the realm of the Fae.
Okay.
So I'm going to send you some information here. Where are you at? There you are. So this is from the Player's Handbook. I don't know if you have the Player's Handbook still or not, but just in case.
I do. It's downloaded somewhere.
Okay, so I'm just going to send you the screenshots. You would only be level 1, and part of it is that you have to kind of tell me a little bit about which selection you're making, just so I know and I can implement it correctly. But in essence, you would be transitioning into first level transformation. And of course, these abilities work in tandem with the Misfortune Bringer's abilities because the prerequisites are charisma. In essence, you would have your first transformation boon, which would be I would need you to tell me which court you would be choosing. But this will give you an increase to your charisma by 2 points and your dexterity by 1 point. And but neither one of these increases can take either one of those scores over 16. So do you have either one of those over 16 already?
I don't think so. No, charisma is at 15. Oh, dexterity is at 16.
Okay, so dexterity won't be affected, but in essence, you may boost your charisma up manually by 1 point to hit 16.
Okay.
Which is going to be very beneficial for you because it's going to help with your saving throw stuff. Let's see. You may also become a Fae in addition to any other creature types you are. So you will now start to be registered as a Fae creature. Now, spells that affect humanoids still affect you. However, you are immune to the effects that only affect a creature of your new type.
Okay.
Now, when you gain this ability, you must also choose which of the Fey courts fuels your transformation. So we need to find out what court your childhood friend would have been associated with.
Are the fake courts in the book somewhere?
It's right here.
I know some.
There's
Okay.
2 paragraphs. They don't really give you a whole bunch of information on them. They say the summer
Uh,
court embodies the bounty and
oh, no,
warmth of the growing season.
I see.
The
The
Fae of
winter.
the
There's only
summer.
2. Got
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So, um, but you would gain the boon Twilight Step.
Oh, fuck you, Logan. I know you're fucking available.
Hey, dude,
Oh, I'm sorry.
we're having a one-on-one. Um,
That'd be cool.
I thought you'd like that. Um, basically, it's kind of a free was it like a Misty Step kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, See, immediately after using Twilight Step, one creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you takes fire damage equal to your charisma modifier, and if you're Winter, takes cold damage. You can use the Twilight Step feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier, which will be nice because now you'll have a +3 charisma modifier. So 3 times per long rest. Now
Uh-huh.
there is, of course, always the flaws that come,
Yeah, I'm reading this.
and so your body and soul are bound to one of the fairy realms. You
That's
have
kind of cool.
disadvantage on death saving throws as the realm attempts to pull you back to it. If you'd like to be killed, your soul is taken back to the plane of existence of the GM's choice. This plane is your new home, and you become an NPC under the GM's control.
Badass.
If you are in the fairy realm responsible for your transformation, the flaw has no effect. So, um, now, obviously, I'll lean a little bit into it. One, you may have told me this, and it may be in your notes for your backstory. But what was the name of this? Um, I want to use the name of what they were called in Witcher 3.
Godlings is what they were called in Godling. That's what I was kind of picturing, imagining this entity is.
Yeah,
Was a godling.
basically, it's a Fey godling. Um, children of the godlike archfays. And suppose there are other children of the now long since dead god of the elves, and so technically this place has a fey world just like any other, um, but we would of course want to flavor it a little bit as um, you know obviously kind of in a way that I did with Chris. There will potentially be a dream sequence. And
Sure.
we will kind of show a glimpse of your past and possibly kind of segue into shifting to descriptions of some of the differences that your character might be exhibiting through this transformation, which I don't know if this gives us examples or not, but um, let's see. Alpha man, colorful skin, leans forward against the dying tree as he softly shriveled leaves. Turn green once again, the ancient dials. Um, become fair, forced to do so when they are stolen from the material around the children. Changing this tradition is often painful for a child. To become a fake and strike a deal with an archfey or beseech the court. These pathways to transformation are dangerous. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're not exactly using that. So, I guess it really depends on which court you go with. Part of me thinks summer court, but
I was thinking summer.
this is also technically a very dark and dreary setting, so winter might actually be viable as well. Because we did say that your character is from not Lunsk, but fuck was it?
Riven?
Yeah, I think Riven.
Riven. From a
Uh,
farmer outside Riven. And then I was in Riven is where I ended up living, and that's
yeah,
where I met the
probably the forests around
god.
Riven is what you know what you found.
Uh-huh.
Jesus, where is the map that I'm looking for? Um, World Anvil, maybe. Maybe somebody actually created one with pins. Yeah, so there we go. Looking at Riven. Um, yeah, there's a large mountain and forested region around there. So I
Yeah.
would say, you'd spend days off and on, in the city of Riven, and whenever you'd have to escape the city for a little while, you'd head out into the woods, and that's maybe on the
Uh-huh.
run after, pickpocketing somebody, found yourself,
Yeah.
taking
Uh-huh.
shelter in the hole of a tree, finding a small cave, and that's where you met
Uh-huh.
what's his name?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
No, I'm asking what's his name.
I know. I'm trying to think. Buck.
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 Buck. Buck.
Buck. Okay.
Like Buck.
Okay. And Buck was a good friend of yours, and at first he was kind of tricky, kind of shady, got you into trouble, but
Uh-huh. I
managed
learned
to.
from him though.
You did learn a lot from him, and eventually, after getting you into trouble enough, kind of called him out on it. And
Uh-huh.
in the way the Fays do, they don't necessarily show remorse, but ultimately ended up bestowing you with some unique gifts and helped you out of some really, really kind of life-threatening type spots. And that's where you kind of started developing this misfortune bringer skill. And now, as you've been dabbling into that a bit more, the more Fey-like qualities begin. So even though you're halfling, you start to have these more kind of semi-elongated, pointed ears. You start to see kind of almost natural, like plant-like growth in the hair. Um, something along those lines. Maybe kind of
I was
almost like
thinking
a
me.
like makeshift like branch like antlers that
Hmm.
start growing as it were. What we I'll dabble into like the specifics of I'll probably
Okay.
throw some stuff
Vague
at you,
creatures.
and then I'll probably also inquire about maybe some of the physical developments as well. So
Yeah.
we'll kind of collaborate on that in game
Okay.
as that starts to happen. But those are some of the things I'm thinking are gonna
That's me
be the
too.
first
I
most
was
prevalent
thinking
things.
my the one eye, the misfortune eye, that one turns very fey
Kind of almost
in like.
a swirling kind of yellow and green. I don't know.
Hmm.
Because I actually
Yeah.
kind of
Something.
imagined, and if this is okay, this is kind of how I'm going to describe it. Is like usually you have that eye either closed or maybe you have a patch over it.
Uh-huh.
At least in my head canon, but the eye
Uh-huh.
itself now is going to start having kind of almost like light vine and branch kind of growing out of the closed eye itself. And when you open the eye to tap your ability, no longer is there a eyeball of flesh, but almost like that of like carved bark that has this stuff kind of coming out, growing along, like vines, kind of almost sewn up and in and out of the skin. And when you open the eye,
Huh.
the what would be an iris on this kind of wooden formation in the eye, which you can absolutely see out of,
Uh-huh.
has this kind
Uh-huh.
of swirling color of vibrant greens and yellow. Um,
That's pretty cool.
Kind of almost bioluminescent iris
Uh-huh.
within this kind of
Uh-huh.
gnarled wooden eye. It's
Uh-huh.
kind of what I'm thinking. If that works for you in descriptions, but
I think so, but I think we might tweak it a little bit. I think because I have some ideas too. I think of what I kind of thinking, but at the same time, I am liking what you're dropping down too. So
okay. Um, and so you're leaning towards summer court then?
I think summer court would be the best.
Okay, that's fine.
Would seem like the thing because mm,
It's going to be very weird being Summer
This,
Court, being in Riven,
yeah,
but maybe that's why Buck is in Astoya.
in Riven.
Maybe
Yeah,
he's trying to hide from the other Fae,
exactly,
and what better place to hide from the Summer Court than in a kind of cold, dark place on the material plane?
exactly. That's exactly what
Um,
I was kind of thinking.
so that's the only justification I can really think of, but it makes sense.
Nope, that makes absolute 100% sense for me.
But yeah, so if you're okay with that, like I said, I sent you the little screenshots of what's kind of really pertaining to you at level
Uh huh.
1.
Uh
And
huh.
honestly, as the flaws go, that's not so bad compared to some of the other people's flaws for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Um,
I mean, I don't mind that,
just don't
and
forget to.
it doesn't mean I don't. What do you call it? I don't have less than 3 death saving throws. You know what I mean? I
No,
still
yeah,
have 3.
100%.
It's just somebody's got to heal me basically, or I might just fucking die.
Yeah, and
Or
technically, below table
disappear.
or in game, your character wouldn't even know about any of that either, too.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, for sure. For
um,
sure.
it was kind of more like the way I kind of imagine it. It was almost like a blood brother pact that was made
Uh huh.
back in the day. Like when he finally did look out for you, he was like, "This is what I can offer you.
Uh huh.
Just don't tell anybody." And
Yeah.
basically cut his hand, you cut your hand, and when that happened, that's when kind of the weird stuff started happening. So,
Yeah.
and uh, I'd say probably within a couple months after that, you return to his cave, and or perhaps you bid him farewell,
Hmm.
saying, hey, I'm leaving town for a little while because I got to take this job in Lunsk, but I'll be back as soon as I can. And you just haven't been
Uh huh.
back since then.
Yeah. I
Um,
was thinking, uh, for like a feat to take, and I was just interested in like, I don't know if Magic Initiate Warlock would be also a little more fitting that now too, in a sense, because you know I have this pact with this being, so then
sort of, yeah. It is kind of
I can get
pact-like.
some, yeah, you
Um,
know,
I mean, you could always do that. I mean, theoretically, you could always take a level or two in Warlock as well, if that's something you really want to do.
I don't know about dual classing, multi-classing right now.
Maybe not,
I
but
would,
I mean, honestly, you're level 4. That means you already got your subclass as a rogue, and I mean, I don't know. I'm Let's just say it like this: I'm really liking kind of like what Liam's doing in CR right now, where he's not focusing on like the min-maxing build. He's just going where the story takes him. Because I don't know if you've watched the most recent
uh,
episode or not. Um,
I have actually kind of been behind. I haven't watched much at all.
did you see the episode where they went and met Grandmama Nori?
The
Uh,
first time,
okay, so you haven't
and then I think they went back again, right,
correct during
to
that
buy
time.
some time.
Correct. Did you see
Yes,
that episode? So did
that
you
was
see?
kind of where I last one where I watched.
Okay, so at the end of that episode, do you remember when Oren went in and knocked on the door to go talk to Nanamori?
Vaguely, I
Okay,
think that's
well,
what I stopped listening. It was in the middle of my podcast. That might have been when I was.
gotcha. Okay, well, I don't want to like. It's not like major spoilers
You
if
can tell me. It's
if
fine.
you were listening, but he went to Nanamori and basically said, I'm worried that my abilities aren't enough, and I want to make a
Uh huh.
deal, basically, just like Chetney
Uh huh.
did.
Wow.
And basically said, I feel like if I just had a little bit more power, that I can make sure my friends get back safe. If you can assure me and give me power, make me the promise that this power will help me get my friends back safely from where we're about to go,
Huh.
I will serve you, basically. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh
He
my god,
just.
is he taking a warlock pack right now? I think that he's taking a warlock pack. And in this most recent episode, I was pleasantly surprised when he cast Hex, and
Oh.
I was like, yes, I knew it. I knew it was multiclassing.
Wow.
So And
I was
that
gonna
is
say,
definitely not a smart choice in terms of min maxing for his, because
yeah,
he's like one level druid, multiple level, however many levels of fighter he's got now, and now
fighter,
he's got
yeah,
a third warlock. Like that's not
warlock,
mid
yeah,
maxing at all. But narratively speaking, it makes perfect fucking sense with
uh,
what's going on. So, and don't get me wrong, Hex has some really good benefits because you get the extra damage on top of all of your attacks, and imposing disadvantage on whatever ability checks you want to put on them. You'll also, of course, get that sweet, sweet Eldritch Blast. Even at level 1, you get that plus 2 spell slots. Um,
yeah,
and I think at level 2, you'll grab like Eldritch Invocations, or at least one or two of them. So, again, it's entirely up to you if you want to go in that
yeah,
direction. But I could see you mixing the flavors that you have with an already
uh,
decent charisma and going, Warlock with the Fey Patron to kind of flavor it even further into this narrative. But that's just an idea. I'm not telling you to do that.
yeah.
Think
I
about it.
know. But it's struggling because it's I'm a rogue.
I know.
That's kind of the thing. So it's like I want to do sneak attack damage. So it's
I get
like,
that.
I mean, it'd be nice to have some spells, but if my spells can do sneak attack, I know I think it's a
Spells can
certain type of rogue.
throw sneak attack on there. That's what I'm saying. Like you could Eldritch Blast
Yeah,
somebody, and as long as you have advantage or they didn't see it coming, you'd still get to throw your
yeah.
sneak attack damage on top of that too.
That's what I
Or
was
with
thinking.
your Misfortune Bringer, even without the advantage, you would still get your sneak attack on Eldritch Blast or whatever you
That's
say.
true.
Again,
That's true.
it's just an idea. I think it would be an interesting because again the Misfortune Bringer really leans into the Dex Charisma build, and technically having good Dex and good Charisma as a Warlock, theoretically not
Uh,
necessarily a bad idea, especially
no.
if you go Pact of the Fae, you get some. I mean, I don't remember the specifics of what it is, but I mean, I have the player's manual right here. Warlock classes, the Fae, just at level 1, you get Pact Magic, your otherworldly patron, 2 cantrips of your choice. You get 2 spell slots. No, you get 1 spell slot, 2 spells known. You get at you don't get to choose your pack boon until level 3,
Three.
but
Yeah.
even if you just took 2 levels, that would be 2 spell slots, 3 spells known, 2 cantrips, and 2 invocations known. So,
Ooh, that's pretty good.
and the
Yeah.
warlock has some really good invocations, like the fact that you're a rogue and
Yeah.
you would really only need the 2 levels because
Uh-huh.
once you have Eldritch Invocation and you went, I presumably being able to see in magical darkness,
Yes.
and then being able to potentially cast darkness. Again, I don't know what level darkness is as a spell, but you got a friend on the team that's
Yeah.
got the ability to do it, and you could sit there and
Yeah.
be like, charge at this motherfucker, hit him, or no, charge at him, cast darkness, sit there and wait. And technically, with his reckless attacks, he can cancel out his disadvantage while in the darkness, get straight attack rolls, while you're in there sneaking up on everybody, having no problems hitting anybody at all because you can see
Yeah.
through the darkness. And
Yeah.
then again, after that, that's still 2 levels as Warlock, yes. But
Uh,
then once you start hitting level 4, level 5 on Rogue, you'll get those next D6s on your fucking sneak attack.
sneak
Because
attack.
what
Yeah.
on the Rogue you get, let's see, your sneak attack goes up at 5th level. So, and I can tell you right now, the next adventure, I think the goal is for you guys to gain at least one more level, possibly two. And I think that this one's potentially going to be a smaller chapter.
Okay.
It's definitely nowhere near as big a place. It's not like a dungeon crawler like what we just did. Um, if I had to compare it to anything we've run before, I would almost compare it to a refuge like situation.
I was kind of
Um,
thinking.
but not exactly, but sort of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're
Again,
in a place dealing
again,
with talking to
th-
people, finding things
think
out.
think about it. I'm not going to make you do it. I think it makes sense, but so does just
I
getting
kind of
more into
think it
this.
does too. Well,
Um,
that's. I mean, I was thinking about that. I've been thinking about that too, because I mean, I also kind of want to do more stuff with Nicodemus too, but I
you
think
know,
that's for a later time in my story.
funnily
But I
enough,
want to
I think
start
there's
kind of
an Eldritch
prepping it.
invocation for that too that lets you talk to animals. Um,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%, but last I checked, there is.
yeah, I think there is.
What are the Eldritch invocations? I know they're in here somewhere. Aha. Okay. Staircase of two minds. Mire of the mind. Misty visions. One with the shadows. Otherworldly leap. Propelling blast. Sculpture of flesh. Thief of five fates. Thirsting blade. Voice of the Chain
Jeez.
Master. Okay, so agonizing blast, of course, is always a good one, but not necessarily necessary. Um, armor of beast speech. Yeah, you can cast speak with animals at will without expending a
Oh,
spell slot.
yep.
Um, Granted, I would think again, Devil's Sight would be one. Um, and then
Eldritch Smite's kind of neat. I've never heard of that one. That's kind of cool.
which one?
Eldritch Smite.
That might be one of the newer ones. I don't think that's in
Yeah,
the original.
it's from Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
No.
It's a 5th level Pact of the Blade feature.
Yeah, you'd have to go a bit deeper into
Yeah,
Warlock to do that, but
cool though.
would be cool. Again, it depends on how much you want to mix and match. I know you want that
Yeah,
higher sneak attack, so I don't want to say go too much into it. But again, I think one or two levels could be beneficial in terms of making you
so
a little bit more versatile, right?
yeah.
Um,
Well, that's the thing I've been finding a lot too. Is like, well, what can I do? I can attack. Okay, let's attack.
exactly. That's what I'm
So,
saying. It can add a bit of diversity. Yeah, you can lean into the whole attack thing, but
but
again, there's going to be some benefits to. Again, that Devil's Sight would be clutch. Of course, always, Agonizing Blast is always good if you got an Eldritch Blast, just to add that charisma modifier on there.
uh huh.
But so could be, instead of worrying about doing X6 damage, think about it more as a versatile tool and put Repelling
Uh huh.
Blast on there instead. So when you hit a creature with Eldritch
Yeah,
Blast, you can choose to push
you
it
can knock
back
them.
10 feet. That could be
Yeah.
really beneficial. That can help you. That can help an ally.
Mm,
Um, if you're wanting to lead into the more, kind of mystical aspect, you can go Mask of Many Faces. Disguise yourself at will and make yourself look like anything. Um, there's
might be a thing too.
a lot of
Because
really
I'm
cool
thinking this would
personas.
also be a thing. Because this would be stuff that that Buck gave me.
Exactly.
That. So this would be things that he'd be God, what's the word? Be proficient in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would think things like the the beasts would be one.
Yeah.
The sea in the dark would be another. The mask of many faces would be another one.
I was actually looking at this Gaze of Two Minds. You can use your action to touch a willing humanoid and perceive through its senses until the end of your next turn. As long as the creature is on the same plane of existence as you, you can use your action on subsequent turns to maintain this connection, extending the duration until the end of your next turn. Perceiving through the other creature's senses, you benefit from any special senses possessed by that creature, and you are blind and deafened to your own surroundings. So almost being able to do that with Nicodemus, like, hey, I need you to go check out this
Yeah.
place. You touch him, and then now you can see through his eyes.
What
Um,
is that?
Gaze of Two Minds.
Gaze of Two Minds. Oh man.
So now, granted, again, if you want to lean more into the lock situation, you can do that, because again, you get more Eldritch invocations later.
Yeah.
But you'd have to go at least 5 levels into lock to do that.
Too far.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you'd get more spells out of it, and you'd get more cantrips out of it.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a long drive to get there.
It is. It'd probably be another
I think
chapter
that many
two.
levels. That's only be a couple of years.
Ideally, hopefully not. Honestly, theoretically, if it works for everyone's schedule, I might open up to doing one session every week. It would just be alternating Fridays and Saturdays. So I don't know. It might be difficult. It would just be like Friday night for you guys, and then like Saturday morning for me and Casey.
For you guys. Yeah.
But theoretically, we could do 1 week on Fridays and 1 week on Saturdays if that worked for you guys. But that's something we can pitch in the next session. I plan on doing that. But I mean, again, no matter what, if you go Archfey, technically by default, automatically you already have access to Fairy Fire and Sleep, plus the whatever 2 spells you choose to learn, plus the 2 cantrips and 1 spell slot.
Yeah. And your spell slots come back at short rest.
Short rest.
Still.
Short rest for a warlock. So.
Okay.
Definitely, again, theoretically, there could be items that are dropped that aid warlocks in, potentially getting an extra spell slot a day or something. It's possible. It'd have to be potentially earned or make sense to the story, but I could see that potentially happening. I usually do that for almost every one of my warlocks in every one of my campaigns, because I usually reflavor the rod that a warlock can get that allows them an extra spell slot a day, basically. So usually it's earned through some sort of narrative progression, but yeah, there's
What about I know we've been talking a lot about warlock. What about paladin though? Could that be something?
Theoretically,
but not as much as the Fae would be more akin to a warlock than a divine deity.
Correct, especially with just the kind of persona of this person. Because don't get me wrong, I believe there is a kind of Fae paladin out there, but again, you would, if you're only trying to get 1, maybe 2 levels, 3 at most, I would presume, just to get a subclass maybe. Because you don't get a sacred oath until then. The only paladin that I can think of that would be remotely close to would be Oath of the Ancients.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, has some cool stuff. You get like Ensnaring Strike. You'll get Speak with Animals. But it's like you only get like 1. Actually, at level 1, I don't think you even have spell slots. You don't have spell slots until you're level 2 in Paladin.
Yeah, wouldn't be a thing.
So.
Yeah, it's like the problem is now is like I do kind of want to multi-class into Warlock for a bit just to do it, but I'm think there's like so many invocations that I want.
No, I know.
I want them all.
I know. I totally get that, but I mean, at the first level, yeah, unfortunately, you don't get the Eldritch invocations right away. But again, just getting to hit to that second level, which again, potentially, it really depends on how fast you guys hit the beat for character advancement in the next chapter. Because there's 2 beats allowed for character advancement in in the next chapter. So not as many as the last one, but again, it's also not as big a place. It's more shit for me to learn about a smaller place,
Sure.
and kind of solving the puzzle of the place, as it were.
Gotcha.
Um, so there'll be a little bit more interaction with things. There's a little bit more of a strange stuff going on, but I think it'll be thematically appropriate for your character. But ultimately, it's up to you, man. I'm not going to make you do anything you don't want to do. At the very
Sure.
least, I will implement what we already talked about, so you'll get that aspect for sure, on top of
Uh-huh.
whatever you end up choosing. And
Okay.
I don't think it's going to affect your hit die roll because I believe warlocks are also a D8.
D8, I believe so. I just looked at it. It's a D8.
So
So.
it's the same thing. Not going to affect
Okay.
your hit die pool at all. Um,
Cool.
so think about it.
Yeah, I'll
Take
think
your
about it.
time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, for sure.
and
I'll
just
go
let
with
me
that.
know. Um,
Okay.
and there are other ones
It's,
too. Like if you want to, again, I think the Fey one makes more sense. But we could
it
always go
does.
Fey with like um, the Hexblade technically. You know,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
the one of the daggers you have on you is that same dagger that Puck sealed that oath with. And that's just what you've
Yeah.
been carrying around this whole time. Something like that. It's something that we don't necessarily have to
For sure.
retcon as much as we build on top of what already exists.
Okay, this just. Yeah. Okay.
Um, but think about it.
Yeah. Let me think
Look
about it.
look
I'm
at the options.
leaning probably towards it, but let me uh, think about it because I almost kind of feel like I want to get at least rogue to 5, get that extra sneak attack real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I almost want to get 6 and get like, because I get like evasion and stuff because that's like things I've been thinking about. But
I mean,
if
they're
I
all
don't,
really
it's
good
fine
things.
because because if I don't, I use my reactions for my thing anyway, so I can't use evasion anyways. So technically, it'd probably be better than to just go with some warlock levels, get some more flavor for my character's
I
story.
think early game is going to give you more flavor for the character, and to be honest, with the amount of abilities you get by taking a new class, it kind of outweighs a
Yeah,
feat.
yeah,
Especially again, like even if you just take the speak with beasts and the repelling blasts, the fact that you can
for
knock
sure.
enemies away from you to further get away,
And I,
like the fact of how
uh,
fast you are to add an
uh huh,
additional 10 feet that they got to run on top of the
uh huh.
potential 50 feet that you can run in a turn.
Yeah,
Actually, no, 75 feet that you can run in a turn because you can technically action dash, bonus action dash, and move and use the repelling blast. That's 85 feet. Like you can make it to where people are getting nowhere near you theoretically.
yeah,
The
yeah.
fact that as a halfling you can move, you can technically
Through things.
is it halflings that can move through an enemy space, or is it
Yeah,
gnomes?
you can move through. You can move through a creature's space. I think.
So technically, one thing you can do is go into a fucking full-on baseball slide under somebody, and then yeah, you'd have to do it at disadvantage. But if you fucking repelling blast them up 10 feet, they'd have to potentially could end up taking some fall
Yeah,
damage, depending on
yeah.
the situation. Certainly add an extra d6 to fall damage if you guys are on
The
like a cliff
damage.
or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Um, there's a lot of fun ways
yeah,
you could play around with that.
yeah.
But the big ones that I know that will be certainly most beneficial are going to be, that being able to see in darkness thing. And if you go high enough into lock, you'll be able to cast it on your own.
Yeah.
So you can literally Batman this shit and then just sneak around people and not be affected by the darkness at all. Um, or if I don't know, theoretically, depending on how things go with Bourgeot, maybe if he doesn't stick around, it's possible maybe you can go get some work done on the rat cowl and have the chain link removed and just have the leathers put into place so it just becomes leather armor +1 with all the same abilities. I would have to make some rolls on the alteration process to see if that's successful.
For sure.
But theoretically, that could be done as well.
Yeah.
It'd be just kind of funny to have Ratman with his sidekick Nicodemus off the side.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I said, no rush. We have at least 2 weeks to think about it. And if you do go that route, we already got your dice rolled for it. So, just go from
Sounds
there.
good.
But look into it.
Okay,
Message
perfect.
me when you have time and when you thought about it.
For
and
sure.
We'll go from there. All right.
Okay, sounds perfect, man.
Cool.
All right.
Well, take down the notes on the transformation stuff, and so that way you're not forgetting about it. I think you can go to like manage feats and write in notes, or we might be able to create feats. I don't know, but I'll look into that and see if I can port it over, and then I'll let you know if I'm successful.
Sounds good. And I'll hit you up early Monday, Tuesday, let you know if I'll be able to make Friday.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I gotta send those messages out now, actually. So, all right, man.
All right, cool.
Peace.
All right, thanks. Peace. Later.
All right. Sorry about that. All is clear.